Since I was born, I never rest. Since the day I've been using pencil in nursery 2, I have not rested. This country is a rage bait.
My father never tell me say he loved me before.
I'm of this opinion that we don't really know what love is. Because we were not told by our father, I love you, we felt we were not being loved. No. I love you not put food for your belly.
Romance no be love. If I tell you I love you doesn't mean I love you. Actions speak louder, and that's what matters. And that's what our parents have always done. That's why you see outbreaks everywhere today, because I tell you what you want to hear as a woman. That doesn't mean I mean it.
Tell people you love them. It's important to say it. I feel like we in Nigeria, and yes, we are all saying, oh, we're Africans. Talk it. Especially for people that are raising daughters and even sons. You are putting them into a world where you are telling them that, oh, you don't need to, somebody doesn't need to tell you that. They need to show you that. Okay, Alaji that is sending her money is showing her that he loves her.
What is one thing you swore you will never become because of the men who raised you? Wow. Okay. Wow. So okay. I think I'll start, right. I wasn't really privileged to grow up with my mom and dad because they passed on very early, right? So I moved from one family to another, and as a result of that, I kind of like experienced, should I say, family style that as a child I didn't want for myself. Yeah, the way, like, there was a particular uncle I stayed with, the way he was communicating, or should I say his relation with his wife and his kids was not something I look forward to say, okay, when I grow up, I want to be like him, you guess. So as a result of that, I think I kind of like just made up my mind at that young age to say I will not get married. Yeah, so, but then again, life happens. One thing is constant change. And after having that mindset of staying single, probably maybe have a baby mama if I ever want to have a child, right? I think because of that change, I met someone and the whole mental state I had before started changing. I said, okay, you don't have to be that person. Yeah. You can be better. You can do better. And it took me a while to change from that. And I also feel it's also as a result of the person I met, who is now my wife. We have been married for 7 years right now, blessed with 3 children, twins and a baby girl. And I can say I've been doing my best not to even be like that. I don't want to use, he was like a trauma. He kind of like messed up my head because it's not something I expect a reasonable human being to do as a man, talk less of as a husband or father, you get. So I've always told myself I don't want to go into details, but I will not, as a man or as a husband or father, be close to what he was at that time, you get. I think that's like, that's like major, for me though.
So I think very close to that. I would just like to say, like, first off, my dad is an amazing man, by the way. I absolutely respect him. However, life is quite funny. I'm from what you'd call a polygamous family, but it's not like we had everyone in the family together. So it's a this woman comes, this woman leaves, this woman comes, this woman leaves. He's presently married. However, I was an only child from a relationship I had with my mom. Okay. So because I didn't have siblings, it made me, I stayed around a lot. It was easy. I was easily forgotten. Yeah, so I was easily forgotten. Although again, to be clear, he loves me. I think I'm his favorite child any day. However, so because there are some things he later did in life that showed that, okay, he really did. But then, there's a way life will put you in a place where you can't really reach for your child. And I really did chase my dad. I went after him because I knew I needed to go to school and needed to do certain things. And education was very key for me because I had seen life and I knew that if I had that from him, now we have a very high relationship. It's not money type of. He says it every time, like, you don't ask me for anything. And I said, the moment I got my degree, I just knew that was it. Yeah, so that was all I needed. So one thing I think I still wouldn't do now is I'll think deeply, and it's not even only about marriage, about children also. Bringing kids into the world, I wouldn't want them to have the experience I had. Now, speaking, I used to be very angry at him, but we lost my eldest brother in 2023, his first child, and that was the first time I'd seen him cry. And I was just there. I didn't know what to do. He was crying, and I just had to comfort him. And then later in the day, we now had I now had to sit and ask him some questions, because then there were a lot of things coming up, and I was like, "So, how did you get here?" Then he then told me everything that happened, and to my shock, women tell good stories. Yeah, actually. So because from him, and I know he doesn't lie. There's no reason for him to lie to me. So when he told me everything, I was like, okay. So then he did also admit that it is life that happened to him, and that was the best way he knew how to live this. He's never lived before. This is his first trial. So I mean, he's doing pretty well now, but yeah, I don't think I would want to, particularly not even the marriage. I really don't care much for that. But children, like when you're bringing children into the world, like it's not vibes and inshallah. Like it really, really needs to be. You need to consider every single factor. I believe that children are your core responsibility, and when you have them, we're like 8 now. Yeah. So and when you have them, it's just I don't know.
Real life.
Yeah.
I feel like I could relate to his story because growing up as a child, it was terrible for me because I never had a parent to begin with, because I think my dad died on the day I was born. I was born on July 8th, and he was buried on July 8th. Like he died on July 8th. I was supposed to be born like around that kind, 24 July, but because of the trauma,
pressure.
I think when my mom saw his dead corpse when they break him, she just
Went into labor.
So it was like kind of like a traumatic scene, right? So growing up, at some point my mom also passed, so I was like kind of like an orphan. So, but I grew up around my cousins. I like I said, being passed around. At some point, I was like that too, being passed around. But there's a difference between being passed around by will I say, your neighbors within you. Let's say your family does pass you around, like
I'm gonna stay with this auntie, uncle.
no, the auntie is different. Like maybe there's this mama Nkechi that's close to you. Or you can stay with this woman, or you can stay with I was passed to like my mom's sister, and it was terrible. At first, I felt like okay, I'm in heaven because I knew her before she got married. How nice she was to me, but when I got into her home, she had kids already. She had a husband. Then I was now a mini maid. Yes, I'll use that word maid because I felt like okay, I'm in this family. I need to be loved and all, but I see myself being maltreated. At some point, whenever they say, like, let's say you call my name, I fidget. It was quite a bad experience. And I could remember at some point, because my grandparents took over, taking care of me. At some point, I found a way to smuggle phone and call my grandpa. I was like, I can't stay here. It's traumatic. Because I think my grandma kind of like listens to my aunt very well. She was like, okay, this boy is stubborn. He does not do well in class and all. How do you expect a young boy to do well in class when you don't allow the boy to sleep early? He does almost all the whole house chores. Like you can't, like this boy does not even have dreams. At some point, I think there was time she was like, "Okay, what do you want to be in the future?" I was like, "I want to be a musician." As of then, she was like reggae or disco. I was like reggae. So she started laughing at me. She was like, I'm so dumb. I don't know where I want to head in life. So growing up as a child, I know I wanted to be in the entertainment space, but I don't know where my niche was.
Yeah.
And at some point, I had a good voice. So I was like, okay, I think that was when I was watching all these big artists, music. I was like, I want to be like this singer. I want to be like this. I want to be like this. I want to be like this. At some point, I would be practicing it, and my auntie would see me and be like, "What are you doing? You don't have a future." Right? So it was a traumatic experience. I could remember the day I packed my things and I went straight to that face and was like, I'm leaving. They were like, where are you leaving to go and drink Gary in the village? I was like, I'd rather drink Gary in the village than be in here and be suffering, you know. So I remember that I went back to the village because I grew up in Anambra State and went back to school. I was doing well. Then that is when I told myself that I'm not going to live with anybody. I'm going to fight for myself. I'm going to be who I want to be. And to be fair, I'm very proud of myself, what I've accomplished. That my aunt she can't even look into my face.
Right now.
You understand? Because she never believed in me. You understand? And you won't blame her. I'm not a child. Right? I'm not a child. There's a difference between treating your child and treating someone else. I've seen it all. And before I was thinking that no, now it's family. It's family. It's not like that.
Can never be the same.
You will see the difference. Like they will change. You know that this thing, maybe when they come to pick you up, they will be like, I'll take care of a child. That's why I pity all these people that go for this serving master. You know, this they call it you go serve your master. You see how they maltreat. I'm not even talking about young girls that are being maltreated. You know, so it was a lot of like a traumatic experience, and it made me feel like I can never in my life live with someone. Understand? So I could relate what he's saying.
Sure.
So I feel like at some point you just have to tell yourself you can do better.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
have to keep pushing. And I think that's what kept me going so far so good. So.
That's nice.
For me, which story do you like? Amazing. For me, I would say that I grew up with. I think that for me, I sort of saw women do more growing up. I saw like my mom is so strong. Like I grew up, I feel like my mom is the strongest woman. On her, she can. There's nothing she sets her mind to do that she really can't achieve. And the selflessness of who she is. My dad was. I had a very interesting relationship with my father. We're not the best of friends. I think before he died last year. Towards the later part of his life, we sort of started getting to know each other a bit better. And you know, like I was an adult. You can't really you had to respect the fact that I was an adult. However, like growing up, I feel like one of the things that I swore that I would never do was a lot of back then, I don't know if it's, let me not say it, let me not assume that every family has that, but my father was quite abusive in a lot of ways, not just to his wife, but also to the
children too. Yeah.
You get like verbal abuses and also physical. So, and me, like my father is mixed, but I look like my mom, so I look very Nigerian, and I was like I've always been the odd one out. Because I speak up when, even at a younger age, because I had half siblings who were way older than me, but I was the second to the last boy.
No.
So I would speak up and I would be very vocal about stuff. I remember they would do that. I don't know if I should say this, but they remember that he was getting physical with my mom, and I was 13 years old. My father, if he had punched me, it's gone. But I stood up, don't ever try this. And from that day, it didn't happen because he respected that somebody stood up out of everybody. You get, and for me that and also even just life choices, I would say, a lot of times I feel like men forget to respect what they have, especially even in terms of listening to what a woman has to say in terms of advice, in terms of her contribution. I believe that there's a reason why when a man and woman come together to marry, there's a need for it's a partnership. And not all men, you don't know all. You're not as smart. And that's one of the things I've noticed also just generally with men. We tend to think that we know because I don't know, it's also societal conditioning, how I've been taught, men are men. But a lot of times women are so smart. I personally think that women are smarter than men. Personally.
So
but we have different roles to play. So what I'll never do is never take advantage physically and more than verbally, also abusive to people, just generally. And also listen to whoever you have as a life partner. Just listen and ensure that you are paying close attention to whatever they are saying. Because truly you are not that smart. And you don't know it all. And if God puts somebody with you, ensure that you cherish that and you listen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, my take is this. What I wouldn't want to be is, if I'm to share an insight into my life experience growing up and all that, it was tough because I was raised apart. And being raised apart is something that has to do with your mental health as a child and all that. So there's no balance in parenting. You just have to find your way to, be there for yourself at the end of the day. But then, what I wouldn't want to be is, that kind of father that, should I say, concentrate love on a particular child. So I say I don't want to be that kind of a man or father. I want to balance the love and affection I have for my children. I don't want it to be an obvious affection or concentration of love to a particular child. And that's one thing I don't want to, because I had it tough, I had it rough, and I understand the traumatic version of what a child can be going through when
you feel less love.
She feel less love or neglected to some extent, and prioritizing other sibling or child over any other person. So I don't want to be that kind of. So I wouldn't want to say much. So that's my take.
Yeah, that's very valid though. I think our generation is, should I say, we are doing better as father when it comes to favoritism between children. I think the generation before us didn't really do much of that. This is my best child, openly saying it. Yeah, exactly. So that's why
I don't know any better child, I won't lie.
You also not blame them.
I'm sitting here saying I'm his favorite child.
Yeah.
I know the other children that get more things than I did. But it's not even in terms of material things. That's my view. That's how I see him now. And every one of us also, we have that word view of him, like, my dad is really the best. And I think he's done well in that aspect.
Probably, it's hard to create balance among the children when it comes to showing them equal love. So like me now, I'm more attracted to my twin baby girl than to my son. But sometimes I be like, and they are currently 7 right now, but there are sometimes the son, the twin brother, will come and say, you don't play with me the way you play with Charlotte. Or I'll be like, let's go and play. So imagine at that age, if he grows up with that mentality, we feel, he's not loved at home. And before you know, he's sick for that love somewhere else, where it probably gets
exactly.
into
So
that.
my point, I'm sorry. So my point is this. I think men should consider going for proper counseling as regards parenting. Because parenting goes a long way. It's not just about being a father or being a daddy or something like that. It has to do with the balance. It's quite important, because that's where you can have a home, a proper upbringing of your children. Because there's no way, as a man, I understand that the society think so much about, as in feel like we are robots or expect us to do much, but then the balance should be a keen play when it comes to being a parent. So there's no way you can show more love to a particular child and the other. There's going to be an adverse effect and consequence in the nearest future in this regard.
And then also it's not fighting for equality. It's equity. Because children are different. They deserve more love than each other.
Exactly, and
my youngest siblings now. My youngest brother never calls, never texts, never does anything. He doesn't care. He loves me, I know. But my sister is on the phone with me 24/7. It doesn't mean I don't. I've just learned to show up for him the way he wants to. Show up for her the way she wants to. And that's when parenting is now. That's when people now want to have children. You now consider having 5 kids. It's actually a lot, because how do you space yourself amongst those amongst that that's because every kid has their own love language.
True.
And learning that is what actually makes them better people.
Also, I feel like one of the reasons why you see people being there's favoritism, you also need to understand, like, we also have different personalities. So if I have a child who sort of speaks to what I like, So I'm creative. If I have a child who is more like a sentinel, who is more admin work, blah, blah, me and that child, in as much as I would love the child, we might not be the closest because we don't have a lot of things in common.
Yes.
But so naturally, I can understand why you say like you are closer to your maybe she does. You guys have a lot of things more in common, and your wife might be closer to the son. You can just
actually,
that. So it's but I would say that ensure that there's love. Full stop. Love covers, like he has said, not like. You might not be able to be everything to everyone.
Yeah, true.
So, but there's love, and they can come back and talk to you, and there's safety. I feel like that's one thing that we lacked, but now it's becoming more of a thing where you can talk to your parents.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this favoritism, it happens in most families because I could remember, I think my grandma said when she had my mom. So my grandpa they had 3 sons already. My mom was the 4th. So when they gave birth to her, and my grandpa went to ask the doctor, what did she? What was this? So she was not like, is a girl. My grandpa was very happy.
Yeah, after 3 sons.
He carried that love till she was older, right? Even when she had me and all the whole crisis of the whole losing husband and all, my grandpa still put
there for you.
Because even my grandma was at some point said that it got to the point that she felt like she was competing with her daughter. Like
for the love, right?
Yeah, like anything that happens, my grandpa would be like, leave her. She'll be like, she doesn't understand. Is she not our child? Why is she behaving like she's like what do you call it?
Yes, alone.
Yeah, it's second wife. Like, I don't understand, like what it became a problem at some point. But my grandpa, indeed, my mom was his favorite. Even at some, I think after my mom they had 2 girls, but that's my mom.
Was still the favorite,
So I feel like the favoritism goes around in most families.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't know why it happens like that, but it just happens, right? So, yeah.
Okay.
So I think that settles it, right?
Yeah.
So
we can move to the next one.
Okay, maybe I should ask my own question. It says, what burden did you inherit from your father that you're still carrying today? Burden. I don't know. Do I have any burden from my father? Because it was. So I'm like, for my mom, I'm the second child, and I think for my dad, second to the last. So, I was very removed from a couple of things. And it was a deliberate. I think if there's anything like a burden, I'll say like his choices. You get like whatever choices he made still comes down and plays down to the children. You get, I feel like my father had good intent. However, in terms of how he executed his choices, I don't think they were the smartest. Right? So, like for instance, now like, why am I here in Nigeria?
Hello.
Why?
Why am I here?
Why?
Well, like, we could have relocated like long ago. But like, I feel like all of those things still come back and still, like, there's no choice that your parents make or had made in the past that don't eventually affect you. So those are the burdens me, I feel like. But in terms of any other thing, I come on myself, please.
Okay, for me, I can't really pinpoint to a particular burden, right? Just as you said, I think everybody will agree. And our children will also see it when they get to be an adult too. Why my papa not do more? So that I get some landing.
Look at his mates.
Look at his mates.
Look at what your mates are doing.
Yeah, I think that's like the generality of it though. But then again, as an adult, there's always an opportunity for you to correct the mistake you feel of your father or your parent made, right? So it's now left for us to now say, okay,
I don't
let me
do
not
that.
extend the same body. When you say questions that I'm asking, why did my father not do this? Let me not extend it to my children. So that's what we are working for right now. Yeah. So that we should end the body here. So soft landing.
Let it end there.
Yeah,
Yes. I think I because of the way I moved around a lot when I was growing up, I don't stay long enough to care. That's it. I don't. Once I leave a space, I'm living mentally everything. I think now I'm still the hardest person to reach in my family. And it's very intentional. Because you need to create that balance. Exactly, because if you don't, for me, I believe when life confronted you and you had to make certain choices, you did what was best for you. This is what is best for me. So I think it took time for my parents to understand. I think people now spoke to them and said, he's finding his way in life. Allow him. So burden maybe has to do with family things. I've removed my hand
from it.
alone. I was still thinking about it. I was thinking about it today. It's a weird thing to think about, but I was at the gym and I was thinking, I was saying to myself that what if in very many more years to come, my dad is late and we have to do this whole burial thing. I told myself, I said, what I would do is I will ask them, what's the cost for the caskets? What's the cost for where it will be buried? Once I am done, I'm not doing any party with you guys. I'm not doing any. I'm not doing all that rubbish. Because I think was someone saying, why do Nigerians spend more on someone who is? I'm like, I'm not going to do all of that with you. So whatever burden I've alleviated myself from it, even my sibling, and it's not a partial thing.
Yeah.
Someone complains to my mom to say, oh, she just opens her phone and shows them, can you see? These are the messages that I'm waiting for responses for. So everybody will collect. It's the truth. It's the truth, because I have to put me
First. It's very important.
At this moment.
Very, very
I think that's followed
important.
me everywhere. So anytime I leave somewhere, I'm done.
Well, my take is the burden part is, man, I wouldn't want to do too much as a man, because I feel our forefathers did too much and they carried everything too much. The burden, the responsibility, the way, you have to be there, you have to be a robot, that kind of ideology. So I don't want to carry that. I don't want that to weigh me down. Or that's one thing I'm very, very conscious about. I don't want that to be my kind of person, because at the bottom line, you find them that if you are no longer buoyant to some extent financially, the turnout will be so fucking low, and then you will not find them around you again. This is a reality that is keen to me. It's something I actually experienced as a child and as an adult as well. So I know the situation and condition of my father as right now compared to how it was before 20-30 years ago, and I understand that life is like that. I think life is wired to be so but then I wouldn't want to carry such burden of doing too much, quote unquote, doing too much. So I just want to do me, what pleases me, and that's it for me.
Ultimately, really.
That's it.
Well, I don't even have much take, but I feel like the burden I had is because I think at some point my mom, they wanted to deliver me in Easy London, something like that, and then my dad was poisoned.
Oh.
He was poisoned, yeah.
Sorry.
So I think when the whole thing happened and life was kind of like very difficult, then my mom passed. At some point I was like, why do you guys even have me in this world? This world is so wicked and all. But I just feel like, yes, you don't have to blame them. You're out. You have to face your reality and you have to keep moving, because it's someone that is dead that cannot think much. But so far as your organs are still working, I feel like you still have to push
make a
forward.
change. Yeah, true.
I won't give up, lose.
I swear. Okay.
When was the first time you realized your father was just a man and not a superhero? December 8th. 2023. It was, my dad is not in the country at the moment. And at the time, we were doing everything to their visas, everything. That was what we were running. And I got a call from my stepsister, my house sister rather. And then she goes, where is Daddy? And I'm like, it's 5 a.m. Call his phone. Why are you calling me? I even picked because I was actually scared. That's why are you calling me at 5 a.m. And then she goes, oh, Brother is dead. And I'm like, hello. And it was one of the hardest things to deal with. I went into his room. I woke him up and I was like, Ansra just called. And he's like, what's going on? I said, I think you might need to call her. And then he called her. And then he went still for a moment. And then he called his sister. And then he started asking. My dad is very much like me. I'm very much like my dad, rather, because he was here first. So I get frantic in situations. But that day, I didn't see that side of him. He was very calm in a very scary way. And he's also my superhero. I mean, if I wanted anything in this life, before I ask anybody. I mean, that was when I was young, not now.
Yeah.
I would ask my dad first. Well, when I was in secondary school, there's a trend, and I try with my friends every time. I'll tell them that, you see, if I flash my dad with any number now, he will call back in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And every single time, it's a fact I still remember till today, that because he knew we weren't so close. I went to school in those states. My dad was in logistics, so it could be anywhere in Nigeria at the time. But he just knows that this could be my seed calling me, and he just calls you back and goes, hello, what is this? What is going on? And that he was a boy because he cried. He cried to his sister. It was a lot. And see now, because I had seen him that way, I think he improved our relationship. So I didn't see him as the big counter anymore. Because after that, the next year, just for the travel, he was trying to do one time like, hello, you've cried, yeah. I see you.
You not be actor.
Yeah, you're not that guy. So yeah, so I mean, yeah, that was the time. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when I would say that my father honestly has always, when all the time like I spent with him before he died, he was always very tough. You really never could see like a dent in the, but I feel honestly, as much as this is so contradicting, as much as actually towards the end of like around like 10 years before, he and my mom became so close, and you could tell that he loved his wife. You get, regardless of all the drama, he actually, my father could let children disappear. He doesn't really care. Doesn't care about it. But he and his wife, he loved his wife, and he actually didn't joke with her. Like, he wanted to spend more time with her. He was very much interested in her, like, just her well-being. And so you could tell, like, there was I think one time that I could tell that it was clear that he wasn't just a superhero was when he had said that he would have died if not for my mom. So that was like vulnerability at the highest one. So at least accepting that was really interesting for me, and it, like, made me respect him more because there was at least some honesty and accountability. So that's my part.
Well, okay, my part. What I can say in that regard is this: when I realized he wasn't a superhero was when I started having my own children. So I, till date, I've not found him being vulnerable. It's still what it is, but I understand now. I understood every bit of the actions, reactions, passive, aggressive, lashing out, decision making. That was when I started having my own children. I understand. Okay, I get it. You know, all by myself, I understood. Oh, this guy wasn't a robot anymore. He's only human.
Yeah.
So that was it for me. That was it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, for me, just like I said it, I was passed around, but one of my uncle who was married to the other sister of my mom. I stayed with them much longer. Went through my secondary school, so I always notice her. He just provides. He works for the government, but at any point did the house ever lack anything? So as a child, there was always food because that was my major concern. It was closed. Okay, I said, wow. So I felt it was normal. Until my children come. And I have to pay school fee and the rest. I'll be like, okay. Oh, so you know easy. Then you see how as a child you don't really appreciate some of the efforts your parents and your guardian make. Then you only understand when you start growing, having your children. And I started with twins. So it was crazy. I was like, oh boy, is my uncle try? Oh, why not to blame her? Even that my other uncle said, if you guys say try, oh, you get. So I think at some point as a man, you will just come to the realization that, bro, this is it. You get. You have to. And also there's this joke I usually say, right? Most of us don't understand why our father will come back from work and go and sit down that tree. You would think it's realization. No. They calculate.
That's so correct. I can't lie.
If I'm to reference what he mentioned earlier about his father growing up and all that, how I don't support.
Yeah, no, yeah, obviously, yeah.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You know, like
Sometimes
what he
how
dealt with. No,
tough it
of
was
course,
with
of
you.
course, of
Yeah.
course,
I
of
was going
course.
to say that.
Mhm.
Do you? I hope you can understand now why sometimes
It gets very aggressive.
No, no,
aggressive or passive aggression or all
Because
those
life
things.
itself.
Because sometimes you just have to understand, but the
They're
violation
human
part-
beings
Yeah,
too.
yeah, no, of course, like
Mm.
people
can be
react.
violent,
You get my
but
point.
I'm saying you
Yeah.
have to understand where that
Yeah.
pain.
Even at work, you don't shout. Don't forget. You know?
So you can understand now.
Yeah.
How it
Yeah.
be. See,
Yeah.
not be see
Yeah.
easy for this man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's just mentally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stress,
Yeah,
especially
100%. I get it, yeah.
when they are putting a lot of work, then
Yeah.
they expect, because whether you like it or not, parents will always expect so much from the children.
Exactly.
True.
As a father, now I'm expecting my 7 years old that when you come back from school after eating, go and read.
Mhm.
Then you come and see them playing. You know how much school fees are they pay?
Yeah,
You get, but as
Yeah.
a child, they will not really understand.
Mhm.
You get, yeah. But when you become a mom or a dad, then you realize, man,
It's tough.
Okay,
Yeah,
these are the
these are-
things.
yeah, these are the
you
things,
know,
yeah.
man, it's not like it's not easy. Sometimes I feel just vexed like this.
you go para.
I go reach out like this, I'll just like lash out at.
Mm.
So that's when the mechanism of understanding
You
comes
Yeah.
have to
play.
come in,
So
yeah.
when
Yeah,
I understand,
Calm you
this-
down.
Yeah,
kind of
100%. I
mental-
can't lie.
you know, should I say resurfacing
Yeah.
Yeah.
of you should have understood. Come, no, be say I mean now, no, be say I just want to be like this with you, but man, we carry it so well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have financial,
Obligations.
obligations.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we in fact sometimes we are going bankrupt and the family
Yeah.
will still be stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Yeah.
And you are supposed to be loving.
And we are
Mm,
still, and at the
before
same
call.
time,
No,
in that,
yeah,
no.
You must. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's why I
must be
said
loving.
people, the society thinks men are robots, and they, the demand and expectation of men to be proactive is insane.
It's a lot.
Is a lot, So at the same time, I have to balance it. As I'm not showing affection. He's not even. He doesn't even care. Again. He doesn't say good morning. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. He doesn't. It's not about you and him. But then you don't care about what I'm going through. You don't even understand if I can dish out a bit of what is going through my head. You know go feel survive
most
the
of them
night
go
in this
base-
house as a
yeah,
woman, as a
yeah,
lady. So
true.
these are the things we should understand, and that's it for me. Yeah.
Mm. Well, I don't even have any. But we'll just go
Straight to the next.
Yeah, that's the question. My own question is, what is something your father never gave you that you're now expected to give other people? Well,
Yeah, Leo.
I don't think. What did he give me? I think he gave me life. Yes, I think he gave me life, and for me, I feel what I can give to people is advice. Yes, especially the orphans out there. Some persons, they feel like when they don't have parents, they're now free. Like, now you can go to the supermarket, rob a supermarket, and nothing will happen. But the truth of the matter is that it does not end there, right? You don't have to see yourself you're not loved, because there are people that are in the orphanage homes. They don't even know who their parents is to begin with. Understand? So you knowing you're an orphan, it even gives you advantage to yourself. I can remember then when I knew that okay, I don't have parents. Like I think at the age of 10, I already knew okay, I don't have parents. I started competing with those that have parents. Like I make sure that I
You do better.
do better in school. I still, I used to be that child that you have to use, for instance. They'll be like, don't you see maths, the way he's doing well in school? I remember one time in secondary school, because I got my first scholarship from P2B Foundation at JSS2. I didn't pay school fees.
It's how be foundation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was that brilliant then. So I remember then that because at some point I was even writing. I think I was writing stories and I wanted to be a writer. But that didn't happen. So we're trying to publish our magazines in school, and parents came forth. And I could remember I was in a seat. There was a parent that was in the front. She was like, "Look at what your mates are writing. Look at what they're writing. You're here. You don't know anything. You're always there playing games. You don't even, So I was looking at her. I was like, wow. I see the way she was begging her child to at least improve in school, and I think that scenario was when there was a time I was in class. That should be my SS1, SS2. Because my school is like missionary school. They were like, they remember that calling you. I was like, what did I do now? So I went to the office. And then I used to be very, like, we wear white, and my white is very clean. You know, so I went to the office and I was panicking. I was like, Father. So I saw a mom. She was with her child. She was kneeling down. She was crying. So the referee was like, please, can you look at this boy from head to toe? How does he look? She was like, yeah, this is one of my best students in this school. You know, and the mom was like crying, was like, how can she fix her son that is going to pay any amount of money? You know, then I look at it and I'm like, you know what, I'm actually proud of myself that even if I don't have parents, I still pull off. You know, people in school cannot identify I don't have parents. They assume a lot about me. And I don't give them that information because I don't know them. Do you understand? You know, they'll be like, how is your parents? I'll be like, you're fine. They'll be like, oh, I know you're from this kind of family. I'm like, yeah. You know, just move on to the next topic. I don't want to really talk about my background or whatsoever.
Yeah.
But in essence, what I'm trying to say is that as an orphan, you can do better. There are many personalities out there that don't have parents that treat
you far better.
You understand? The fact that you don't have mom, I know at times you feel lonely, you be like, I don't have mom, you don't have dad, you don't say lie. Sometimes just do it yourself and be like, you're going to be fine. You know, you have to keep pushing. There are a lot of big personalities out there. They don't have parents, they're doing fine. Why can't you do the same? Why would you be that child that is being locked up in prison and being sentenced to death? Why can't you be like somebody like Otedola? Why can't you be like Pete Wobi? Do you understand? So I just feel like with time, with time, you just have to build yourself. Look at those big people. Like me, at some point, I think at some point they were comparing me to other people.
Their parents.
Yeah, they are like around me, and it was kind of like a competition. Like my family now, I had cousins. They were too brilliant too. So at some point it was like a competition, like all of us, you know. So I can remember then when I wrote JAMB, because my dream school was UNN. I graduated from UNN. So I was like, I need to be in UNN. So people were like, UNN is a big school, it's hard to get admission, it's this, you have to have money or whatsoever. But I'm not sure you're up to that standard. I wrote my exam by Procem, everything was 306. I got admission into that school. That was then one I'm not
306, that's it, that was good.
I'm always like a determined child.
Even without having the parents.
Yes, I'm always like a determined child. And I told myself that if I get to school, I have to start working towards my dream, because at some point I started watching Big Brother. I was like, I want to be on their house. I started auditioning for Big Brother in my 100 level. I stayed pushing forward. I almost got in twice, but it didn't work out. But that is by the way. But I keep on working towards my dream. Do you understand? I stay exploring all parts of the entertainment industry. I'll go for hot game show. I'll be on the movie set. I'll be as a vixen in this music video. Like, some persons will be like, Matt, what do you want to do? You're always everywhere. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm exploring the whole entertainment industry. Do you understand? That shows you're determined. That shows you know what you want. And people might not have seen where you're heading at some point till it clicks. You know, you can be like, oh my God, yeah, that's my friend. You know, he used to do this, he used to do that. And then, do you understand? Yeah. So I feel like in essence, be you an orphan or not, you can do better, trust me.
So I have a question. Two things I wanted to say. That your auntie, when you're not cleaning it in school, how did she feel?
Do you know the funny thing? I think we're a little bit cool now.
They always come around.
Yeah, we're a little bit cool now. But when I left the house, I remember I told I think I was a boy there. At the time I was 19, I think I was like 13 or so. I told him, I'm going to come back to this house as a superstar.
I love it.
I was like, I'm going to come back to this house. It's like, what did you say? I said, trust me, I'm going to come back to that. You know. So at some point, when I went back to the village, my grandpa knew how I was growing up, how I used to wear in school. Then I went to say with my mother, I was taking last position. And it hurts him. I think that was like Jesus one. It hurts him because he knows that this is grandson.
Doing well,
So when I came back, you know, Yes, they said I'll go back drinking Gary. Yes, it's better I'm in the village.
Drinking Gary and have
Drinking that
a
Gary and I'm reading my
books.
I
Don't
went
not.
back home, knew that okay, I was home. I started facing my studies. Before you know it, I had my first scholarship with JSS2. If I've been without my auntie, trust
I don't think
my
you would.
world would have been ruined.
Yeah.
And I, at a young age, I already see how my future would be. I had to act facts. That's one thing about me. I see my future in kind of way. So if I say at this, I act facts. So as I got that scholarship, I think my aunt called my grandma. Was like, "Hey, how is going? Even name Uchichukwu."
Okay.
Yeah, you know, like, how is Uchichukwu now? Oh, yeah, we got scholarship. So I was like, yeah. How?
Impressive.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can relate.
I love
So my
it.
grandma was even speechless. She was like, I used to be brilliant before. There was no, because this one you say he came to your house and he was taking last. You get. So I was just allowing her to hear my stories on phone.
Yeah.
Before you know it, she heard I was in UNN. She was like, how? You know that kind of thing. So I feel like she's not seeing other things I'm doing, and she does not have a
impressed.
say.
She doesn't have a choice than to just come around.
Now,
Yeah.
now I can.
Fully.
Because my grandma was like, sometimes call her now. You know, it's your mom's sister, and so I'm like, grandma, you see, the way my life is right now,
You focus on
is
your
if you call me, I will call
call
you.
you. True.
If you don't call me, I cannot call you because while in school, at some point, definitely students face financial problems. So I remember then how I used to beg money is I'll call some of my family relatives. I'll be like, hello auntie, how are you doing? Hope family is good. Hope you sleep well. I'll be doing it. Then next time I'll be like, auntie, I don't have money. That kind of thing. There's one will be like, work is difficult though. Don't worry, later. That kind of thing. So at some point I felt so bad. I told myself I finished this school. Hey Jesus. I will snowball of them. And trust me, as I graduated, I didn't care less. Some of them have not come there to like 2 years. I didn't even care because these people want you to be calling them. They can't even call you for once to know, okay, how are you doing? How are you even surviving?
Thank you.
Do you understand? How are you even breathing?
Thank you.
Like, how are you affording clothes for yourself? How do you feed? They can't ask you that. Well, they want you to call them. And no, I don't do that. I told my
I think
grandma.
calling is even overrated. Why?
Yeah, there's not even guarantee that if you call me, I'll call you back.
No.
Yet.
No.
I have an aunt that calls me and asks me first, how's your Christian life? And one day I stopped, I said, stop.
Don't do that. Do you know
How is your Christian life? But that's a good question.
I'm not saying it's not, but how about
I get you.
have I eaten?
I mean, it's like
Yeah,
100%. I understand.
Yeah. Before you try to...
Yeah, start preaching religion, I guess.
Yeah.
I swear.
Funny enough, they're like saying that, okay, me and my dad has the same thing. My dad is this kind of baby, he travels. You won't see his brake light again. He will just disappear. Like, you can't even know his plan. So, at some point, me and my grandma, I cultivated the habit of calling her like at least once a week. Because she's the only one that I feel like cared
That was good too, yeah.
about me. Do you understand? She does not use me to joke. She used me to brag. At some point, I'll be like, jeez, I can't wait to make this woman proud. You understand? So I feel like in this life, just be good. Don't be wicked. Because that little child that you're maltreating, you don't know what this child will be tomorrow. And tomorrow you might be in a hut.
Yeah.
Life can push you to a hut.
Yeah,
Do you understand? And that little child you feel like cannot achieve something is in a big, I don't know what car species you have a training system. Do you understand? And you will not be like, assuming you were not good, assuming she was good to me, at some point I'll be reaching out. Because people that were kind to me and good to me, I promise you I do reach out
Try to them once in a while.
But you see those ones that didn't care less, is now that I'm doubling my not caring. So I feel like you just be kind, be good. Be good. This life is just once. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Let me tell you, see P2B, I'm forever grateful to P2B.
Yeah.
Sure,
Because
yeah.
imagine me as that school I was schooling safe, the school fees was huge. I was even surprised my grandpa could afford a little bit then. But I told myself that you see that scholarship, I must get it. No, I must get it. I read like that brain that I lost for like 1 year.
So in a nutshell, you're a product of
Peter Obi.
you are a product and a beneficiary of Peter Obi.
Yes,
Scholarship,
I am
yeah.
one proud one.
Wow.
That's why the other day I even tweeted on my Twitter. I was like, "Oh, this man was thanks to him. I finished my
If
secondary
not.
school." Just that because I didn't. At some point, the bossa will come into the class and be like, names of people that have not paid school fees. She'll do a class like this, and she'll be sending students home. I remember being among those students that will sit down. She'll be like, "You're lucky." So I'm a product, and I'm forever grateful.
That's fine anyway. So, my take quickly, I wouldn't want to take time, is that what I would want to pass on to my own children, and I want them to have, that my father did not give me, is making sure they have a dual citizenship.
Great.
So
Thank you.
making sure they have a dual citizenship. And that's, I think that's a retirement plan for any smart parent.
Yeah, sure.
And that should be, because
Lovely.
as much as we want to believe in Nigeria, at the same time it is,
It gets crazy by the day.
it gets crazy by that. At the same time, it's just going to give, it's just like it's going to pave way and create
Opportunities,
more opportunities
yeah.
for the unborn, for your children, and it's going to give them, in fact, it's going to let them go far to pursue as pursuant of their
Dreams.
dreams and all that. So that's one thing my father had it. He was Odogu then, but then in fact, at the time I was seated in our living room that year, probably 25 years ago. I was seated after my I think that was after my WAEC. So I had just one sitting. I did not do WAEC twice. And rather I was the one who stayed back like 2-3 years without even going to applying for anything. Not jam, no reason. They might just neglect me. Because I told you I was from a splitted home. A polygamous, should I say polygamy home? You feel me? And I like it. I like people who are polygamy. Who are polygamists, that it's good to embrace it. Honestly, I will say on this table today, it's good to do so. But then you have to create a balance at the same time. You don't have to neglect. You have to be capable of handling such.
Even the Bible and the Quran.
Yeah, exactly. So
acknowledge that.
The fact. So it's just not honestly. I like the fact that we on this table share probably same ideology and same. And I would like to preach it to many of men out there. Seriously.
Polygamy.
Women don't want you to understand this reality. They don't want you to fight it or say or speak of it, but it is what it is. You have to embrace polygamy just for the sake of so many things. Because let me give you a quick instance. I don't want to digress, but a quick instance of why you should embrace polygamy is that sometimes your wife has tons of workload. She's tired. She's not even health-wise, probably she's ill. She doesn't ill by the time, and she still have to take care of the children. And you as a man, you said you want those knack or do something. You want to meet a woman, and you have to understand her mental health. You have to consider the fact that she's not mentally, ready for that kind of thing. But then,
shall I have a second option? Second one.
Contrary opinion.
No, it is my. I'm telling you.
Personal opinion.
No, I don't. But
I'm
of
just
course,
saying,
you're saying no for 100%.
Because I'm there, I understand better, so I know what I'm saying. For me to say what I'm saying, I know what I'm saying. So it's going to help her relieve her of so many things. Sometimes it could be probably after childbirth. Probably she went through CS, and then as a man, you still want your body choice you want to do, and you have to make sure she heal. But you don't have an option at the time, and you just have to be a man at the same time. So sometimes it's just for them to be relieved of that pressure, stress, pressure.
The women will tell you they don't need that relief.
Men demand every time. You have to be there. You have to be more like a slavery thing. In fact, sometimes the Gen Z baddies now, or should I say women now, ladies now, believe that is now with their own mentality is now a slavery for them to be submissive to their husband or parent or their partner. So it's more like a slavery to them that you have to do shows, I have to do this, I have to do that. But when you have a supportive partner. Or a second wife,
but you can never be certain that second wife will be supportive.
No, for you, no, it is you.
I don't believe
it is
in
your
it.
own. It is your own. You are the one choosing this partner.
Okay.
You see every reason. There must be a reason for you to choose it. I can't impose you to. I can't tell you to necessarily choose another wife. No, I'm only asking you to embrace polygamy because it's healthy to do so.
That's so funny to me.
In society that we find ourselves.
I will bite.
You will not bite right now. I want you to bite.
I get it. But bottom line is that I like to have I want to give my children dual citizenship.
Mm.
That's what I
Yeah.
want to what my parents did not do. Yeah.
Okay, for me, I'll just drop it because of the time, right? I think what I would really like to do for my kids, right, is being present. Even then, you are not in control, because I believe my parents were not also in control. They would have been much around, then me going around would have not been an option, right? But as a man, should I say, I'm intentionally careful about my life, my safety, my health, because I want to live long and be present in my children's life, so that they can have, you see how you're speaking about your dad, so that 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 50 years from now, like, oh, my dad was always here for me. Yeah, he was my best friend, or he's still my best friend, and the rest. So it might look as if it does not, but that's something I want to really give my children. Just be present in their life from now till whenever, until God calls me at the old age.
Very important to add.
Yeah, so old age, so that's for me though.
For me, I think that what I would like to give my kids that my father wasn't able to give would be I think maybe I should piggyback off what you say. Presence is very important, but another thing I think is important is just, I think my father believed in me, I won't lie, in his own way. You get my point? But that constant, this is a tough question for me to answer actually. I'm trying to think about it. Maybe you should go first, I'll come back.
All right. Yeah, so my dad was a very grace provider, provided everything, but in trying to provide that, he wasn't around very much. I know sometimes when we wouldn't see him for like a month, he'd be on the road. He takes a trip now, then he comes back and takes another one. I think he stopped around 2022 because of his health. And I had good practice of, I was there when my youngest brother was born. Like, I was in the room. I did the whole father thing, the whole burying the plant center. I don't know, for some reason my dad just allowed me, and I had good practice with him. It's practically my child, and my sister also. So we're a lot of years apart, because he married their mom later in life. However, something I think I'd also, because of how close I was to them, that I knew I said I would give my kids, was that I would try to be emotionally present. Because even now, both of them, they're both not in the country. Most times the kids call me like, oh, hi, we just want to talk. We just want to do this because of how close we are. And I think that's really cute. And that's because I'm just there as their brother. But if I wasn't, who might start be telling about all the boy stories? So I just like, tell me. Even though I'll still report you. So tell me everything.
Okay.
He doesn't see this. But then I think, presence, emotional presence. I would really like that my kids see me as their best friend.
Yes, first.
I mean, now, we're cool, my dad and I, but sometimes if you just yarning me, I'll just be like, bro, I want to go and sleep. I don't like this thing, so don't do this. But then I think it gets to a point where when you cultivate that relationship, like from
the very beginning.
Yeah, he's like that with my youngest brother though.
Yeah.
He's like that he's like, they're really, really close. They play rough a lot. And I love it for them. But yeah, that's what I think I'd like to do.
Okay, I think for me it's be safety. Thinking about it, safety is like was something that me and my father didn't necessarily have. And safety is, I can talk to you about anything. And I just know that if I come to you, I don't have to, I can be completely and totally myself. I can be free, you can be honest. So that's one of the things I think I would like to give my kids.
Okay,
It's very important that we're able to can trust me.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah.
Did your father ever tell you, I love you, quote and unquote? If not, how did you learn about love? Okay, how did you learn what love looked like? Did your father ever tell you, I love you? If not, how did you learn what love looked like?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, honestly, is it? I don't know. But okay, I think I have to say something. Actually, my father never told me to say he loved me before. I think he hasn't. He has never even attempted to say I or care. talk more of I love you, yes. But I get to understand that you have to love, you have to learn to love and, appreciate people from my society, from my surrounding, from people that I surrounded myself with at the time growing up. Then I understand that you have to appreciate people, you have to express how you feel about people. Don't just because it is an African way or is this soul way of masculining. Yeah, that's the word. Masculining over everything because you are a man, you are a man, you are a man, you are a man. So you don't have to be like this, you don't have to be emotional, you don't have to, So I realized this around me, while I was growing up within my community, people expressing love, people just being there for no reason, people just, asking, have you eaten, finding you stranded or, just in a way, and they feel like, okay, they want to express love. Okay, take this money. Okay, buy this thing. Okay, come to my house this evening. Come and, share dinner with us and all that. So these are the things that made me understand love and appreciate love and wanting to express more of love. But from my father, as a parent, that I love you, come out to, but he may have expressed in so many other ways, but verbally, no. That's a no.
Okay, so I would just add, I think sometimes really, I'm in personal conviction, by the way, I'm of this opinion that we don't really know what love is.
Yeah. True.
But most human beings, let me just put it that way, we don't really know what love is. So that's why we feel we are not being loved sometimes.
Yeah.
Love itself is just a word.
Just
But what makes love have substance is care. Having concern over providing, being there for that person. So because we are not told by our father, I love you, we felt we are not being loved. No, he paying your school fees is also an act of love. Caring for you, having roof over your head,
going all the way, just to be there.
Making sure, even when you are sick, making sure you get the best medical. Those are an act of love, actually. But so imagine after still doing this, because you are not told I love you,
you still feel like,
you get. So we get carried away by
that
verbal pronouncement of love, but the action is there actually.
It's a lie. That verbal pronouncement.
It's a lie.
Exactly.
You know, I can tell you.
It's more like a theatric facade.
That's where we are getting messed up in this generation right now, because there are people who will tell you, I love you, I love you, I love you, but they will not show. They will not show it.
Exactly. True.
Then you because we focus on this person love you, but this person don't care about you. They provide for you, not do anything for you. That's not love.
Exactly.
So I think first of all we need to start explaining and interpreting what love really is. I keep telling people who want to listen that my love to you and say, I see you, brother, how far? You never chop. Go chop.
Your actions towards.
I don't need to tell you, I love you, not put food for your belly. After I tell you I love you, finish, you go hungry. You get. So, whether from parents' side or even from our partner's side, we get it wrong. So for me, I think we all showed love, but we didn't just didn't understand that was love at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what was portrayed to us is, oh my son, I love you. So when you are not with them, my papa not love me, my papa not love me.
Yeah, exactly.
You get.
Exactly.
So I think we need to do more in trying to explain to people this is what love
is.
About
your action. Your action
I think it's most of the Western movies we've seen actually.
God bless you.
Most of the Western movies.
They deceive us, brother.
Exactly.
So
where's my camera? You know, somebody is a hard guy. That's his name. You know, somebody Michael. You can never catch my dad doing all of that with you. However, love is a verb. Actually, it's not a noun.
It's not a noun.
Yeah, and for me, love is consideration. And although he's never told me that. I'm trying to think. I think it does with my brother because my brother is way younger. My brother ends the call with that every time. So but for me, I think I was going to school one time and I was changing schools. I was changing universities to school outside Nigeria, and there was a lot of money. And I asked him one time, and I was like, I just might not go. And he was like, we had 2 cars at the time. I said, I will sell these cars. Yeah, to send you. Don't worry, just go. And
That's
thankfully, we didn't
sacrifice.
sell the cars, graduated successfully, and all of those things. But I think that was it was not the first time, but like it was one of the times that I would never forget that.
Yeah.
This man
Was
really
willing to sacrifice his comfort.
immense business,
Yeah.
like immense business.
Yeah.
And even when we had it, sometimes he won't for the car. He would just go on his own to be like, okay, so I can afford this other thing. And yeah, I think consideration for me was how, and I was considered a lot. Even though again I said I was one of the most like easily forgotten. It was made up for in many other ways growing up. That I just had to be like, okay, I forgive you guys.
For me, I think so. I don't think I ever heard my father say I love you. However, how did I learn to show? I think my father, you could like, he's like provision. My father loved to show love with food.
Okay.
So my father was like, he will cook for you. That's like, you eat. So that's one of the ways. And I think like love, as you had said, I think love. So maybe I'm going to come from a different point of view. I think it's important to tell your kids you love them. It's so important, and not even just in as much as an action word. You get there's also the point of saying it. For instance, now a lot of like people receive love in different ways. For me. And in as much as like for me now, if you buy me a gift, cool. You get I like to hear. I like to know that you are saying it to me. So and it's in understanding these things. If you tell me that yes, I like to know that you are say it to me and back it up with action. But if you're not backing up and you're not saying it to me, I'll be like, what's going on? Just like if you're dating, if you're married and your wife instead doesn't tell you I love you, it will be odd. I don't know, maybe just me. To be odd, like what's going on? But tell people you love them. It's important to say it. I feel like we in Nigeria, and yes, we are all saying we're Africans. Talk it because it's in the same. People, especially for people that are raising daughters and even sons. You get my point. You are putting them into a world where you are telling them that you don't need to. Somebody doesn't need to tell you that. They need to show you that. Okay, Alaji that is sending her money is showing her that he loves her.
But Alaji can say tell I
No,
love
but I'm saying, but like, no, correct. But I'm saying that it's many things. It's in the saying, it's in the action. It's a full thing, and I don't think that like I feel like understanding what love is, like you had said, it's majorly an action. I won't deny that, but tell people that you love them. I feel like yes, I knew that my father loved me. I couldn't doubt that at some point. But I feel like it's also important to tell people that you love them. Not much as a for me a hard guy. Soft a bit, small.
Well, my own is okay. So, like I said, I never had a dad, but I had a grandpa that cares.
Okay.
So, like I said earlier, he loved my mom very well. Like out of the whole 6 children he had, my mom was his favorite. So he kind of like passed that love towards me. You understand? So when I was born and all, he made sure he took me to the best primary school. I was being catered for. Like I was being like, in fact, he was spoiling me. Because I think his children, especially his sons, were so envious. Like, this thing you're doing for this child, you never did it to us. So why is this child different? You get? I was small, I was hearing those side talks, but then I didn't ever even care less. Whenever he's going to, because then in the compound, he'll carry other kids, I'll be in the front. You understand? So if I'm close from school, he'll be at the gate waiting for me to pick me. So he really loved, to the extent that at some point, if he was chasing women, my grandma was faithful. But if you want to chase women, you carry me in the car.
I hope they're not watching.
No, they're very old.
Okay.
So he would like carry me in the car, and then, when he told some of the girls like that, then carried them, I know most of his corners. In short, I know his back and front. Do you understand? So instead of my grandma would be like, she would want to pet me and all that. She'd be like, where did you guys go today? I'll be like, he picked me up from school, carried me to his shop, and yeah, we're back home. Are you sure? He'd be like, yes. But then he was doing something. So in terms of the love, that's why my grandpa now is late. That's why he passed, I think, 2020. I remember then when he was very ill and all, he was stooling and all those things. I think at some point he had an accident and things affected his his mental health and stuff. So before you know it, he was very ill. He was on the bed. I remember then when I went to go and check my JAMB results, he was like, let me kneel down, let him pray for me. So I was like, I should need that, so he prayed for me. So I knelt down, he prayed and all that. I finished with him and all. So I went to go and check my jam result. On my way, I was hearing people shout. I was like, what's happening? And it happened that he was dead. That was the saddest news ever. But in terms of the love, of a fatherly love, he gave me all.
Okay.
He gave me all. And I never for a day take it for granted. So yeah.
Me, I dey always talk. Romance no be love. See, if I tell you I love you, doesn't mean I love you.
Yeah, true.
Actions speak louder, and
True.
that's what matters, and that's what our parents have always done. So if you are, all about this facade, all this Nollywood, all this Korean movie ideology,
Korean movies.
you feel me? He's not going to work as an African person. So most cases we believe that actions speak louder.
Louder,
So
yeah.
if I go there for you 100 low key, and I love you, I don't have to sell you. But if you feel like you want to hear it, I may just fake it, and at the end of the day, I didn't mean it. So it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
That's my own question. Why
I feel like everybody, I feel like
also, Africans, they think we should not say.
No, the idea of I love you was Western ideology. Now, do you agree?
No, I don't agree.
You came all the way from that
because
place.
No, I don't agree.
I love you.
When
Quote
you
it.
say
I love no.
there's an interpretation of it.
One day Nina, no
Okay.
money fair.
Yeah, that's a bulk. I'm confused. Was it the only one you were when it's
Now that time, now they can't transmit it. You say what? I love you.
But if you see, guys, there's nothing wrong in saying I love you. What's the issue? I'm trying to understand.
Not so again. I think okay.
Okay.
So as Africans, I find it very hard to swallow when people say we're Africans. Yeah, just leave it at that. If it was by that, we won't have this table, we won't have these glass cups. Because people would say we're just who we are, and then that's
to those be in the bush.
and I think that there's no
advanced.
and I think that there's no harm in trying to be progressive. Yeah, like in trying to I don't think there's any harm.
At the same time, you can't neglect the fact that this is what you are.
Yeah, exactly. But then again,
So there should
being
be a
what you are,
balance.
I think one of the most, would you agree with me that one of the best things that could ever happen to a human being is evolving? And there's a school of thought that even said that God did not create us, that we evolve.
Even whilst you are evolving, the origin,
Yeah,
your source
but
should never be forgotten. You can't take it out.
shouldn't. That doesn't mean we shouldn't.
Please,
honor, like-
please. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just raise your skin, please.
It,
What are you?
it doesn't matter.
Can you take this out?
We are black.
Can you take this out? No. Do you know why I'm referencing this?
Why?
Figuratively, it's just the fact that this is you. You can't take that
So
out.
being black,
No matter how you try to be Western, you are African.
Again.
No matter how.
Because an idea, is it bad if it's Western? That's the. Is
that's
it bad?
one.
No, to me, no, neglecting the fact that you are African. Or should I say downplaying the fact that you are African
You can't say I love you. because
and or praising the fact that Western ideology is better. That's where I have the issue.
I don't
think so.
see the Western ideology of I love you.
No.
Okay.
No, don't bring us back.
Okay. Sorry.
Action is what we're doing. No, where I'm coming from.
Commercialize it, right?
So it's not something that has to
do.
do. So mostly our forefathers believe that I'm there for you, providing for you, be there for your mother, turn up every time. Or you want something, I'm there for you. That's the love. That's the most passionate act of form of love ever.
Put in the best food.
And that's why you see outbreaks everywhere today, because I tell you what you want to hear as a woman. That doesn't mean I mean it. So you are expecting outbreak in return because I don't mean it. So you expect me to give you those facade, those unrealistic things just so that you can be better. I'm going to tell you. But it doesn't mean that I mean that I love you.
But then again, from this angle, there are many angles to providing. Some people, I don't take things from people. That's my this in life. Don't pity me. Don't bother. Like we have to go a long way. To me, and the moment we don't go a long way anymore, I don't care for whatever you have. God bless you. Do you understand? So don't pity me. Don't do things for me out of like again. If we're going by providing, some people I can compartmentalize like that. I do things for certain people, and it's not because of that I necessarily love them.
Yeah.
So
It's because it's socially acceptable to do so. No, I understand.
There's also no love. It's
I
not just
know.
for relationships.
I know so. Do you get my point now? Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do things because sometimes I do it because it's commercially acceptable. It's not because maybe I'm stupid, but if I don't do this thing, this person will say something. That person, so I'm cornered into doing it.
No, that's wrong. What is love?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Define
saying.
love.
So I'm saying that it could go either ways. That
Okay, you are doing it
people
because
can
of
still
pressure,
also do
not
things
Action.
because they
I feel
don't
like
Your
love
action
them.
towards
I also feel
someone,
like- I feel
I
like
think
either
so.
negative or positive. No.
A man that
Your
a
action
man
towards
that a
that
man can
person,
hate his wife and still
believing in
provide for
them,
her.
making them
100%,
feel
it happens all
comfort
the
all the
time.
time,
Do you
making them
understand?
feel
all the
no,
If something can be better,
accepted.
do you get my
Yeah.
points now? We
That's the
can.
action. The action is love. I don't have to tell you.
No, I don't-
You
I don't-
see
I don't
that I
agree.
love
I
you.
just feel like everybody.
I feel like love is giving what the person needs.
I feel like
It's not. It's for instance. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For
Okay.
For instance,
Okay.
you're telling me that I provide for you. That means I love you. Okay, you can have you see. The truth is that a lot of people it's comfortable for them. For somebody who, let's say, a very wealthy man, dropping 1 million naira every month to pay it doesn't.
It's not about provision.
No.
You are mistaken.
No,
No.
but
Mentally being there. You see, mentally
No.
I'm there for you. Emotionally I'm there for you.
emotionally how? Because you say
You need me. You need me to comfort you at the time. Probably you
Comforting
have
how?
trouble as a
Comforting
child,
how? And you-
or
and-
as a partner, or as a friend, and you need somebody to confide in. You reach out. I can't reach out to a random person.
But saying I love you
We
doesn't
have to
mean that
be.
So
There must be a connection between me
I
and
feel
you
like
for me to reach out to you to seek comfort,
we're
to
all
seek
human
advice.
beings.
why I
Yeah.
stated
to
that
seek.
earlier
You know,
on,
that means there must be that form of love. Like I like this guy. I love this guy. So make I reach out. I'm going through this right now mentally. It's not about finances. It's not about being there. It's not about providing. Not just
I
about
think
that.
What we are trying to say, or why I stated that was that they are people that were never told I love you. So because
And they grew
of
up with
that,
that.
they felt they were not loved.
Yeah.
So that's why I say we need to make people to understand that interpretation of love means this person being there for you, making sacrifice.
Okay.
Your dad didn't need to tell you I love you.
Oh, no, he did
When
not
he
need
said,
to.
I will sell one of my car and send you to school. At the end,
Yeah, he
said
didn't
it.
need to, yes.
That's sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's an action
On his own.
on his
That
own.
is priceless.
That is priceless. You
Sure.
get. So why I said that was that they are basically people who just felt because I was never told I love you, so I'm not loved. Because they were not paying attention to some of all these things we are highlighting right now.
Yes.
Okay.
That does not also mean it's wrong to not
To say. So
not
the reason
say
why
it
I'm
to-
saying so, the reason I'm saying so is because
Yeah.
now my brother is in the UK.
Okay.
Is among Caucasians
Okay.
that their parents tell them those things. My dad is more African than African, but he says it to him.
because it's an
Because of the
environment
world
pay
that you
attention
raise your
to
kids in.
Yeah.
things, yeah.
I also wanted to
A
say
child will not spend 15 years waiting for you to say that. They might have grown with that mentality.
That is
Do
already
you get my point now?
existing.
And
Yes.
I don't know. Will you now call them and say, come, because I did not tell you I love you now?
No.
Exactly. So
we are not
it's
condemning the
an-
fact that you have to say it.
Yeah,
But we are just speaking of the interpretation.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Different
no,
interpretation
no,
to
that-
how I love you. So how do I
Yes,
express my love towards
Yeah.
you? Find out
Absolutely.
from how you do.
Guess what?
Yeah.
We are
You
even-
feel me?
We are
So,
even
absolutely.
we are even late.
Yeah.
Just to wrap, I think we are even late in trying to
Correct.
Rectify
people-
that.
People feel no.
I think we're at the right stage actually.
to start
Yes,
explaining what love
our
is right
generation,
now.
our generation is the perfect generation. I think like where we are, we're the best blend of the
Best
old and the
blend.
new. I'm
You mean
serious.
the Gen Z?
No, not
Or
Gen Z.
millennials?
Millennials to Gen Z. We are the
Okay.
perfect blend.
Okay.
We are the point where we are able to take from the old. I think that's why I
And
love
balance,
our generation.
creative
And
balance.
yes, it's perfect. And we are building a better generation, I believe, Sha.
Okay.
And I want to say something quickly. It's the job of the person that they are telling I love you to also have sense to say, is it being backed up?
Yeah.
It's not only on the person that is saying it. Of course, people will say stuff and people will give you stuff, but it's your job to also be like, okay, is it really true?
To interpret
Yeah,
that
interpret
love and see that it makes sense,
Yeah.
because love and no workings like
Yeah.
You got show.
So we are going to the
Right.
Okay, so my number 2 question is, what was the first lesson Nigeria taught you about being a man? Hey, that one is
since I was born. I'm sorry.
Responsibility.
I never rest. Since the day I've been using pencil in nursery 2, I've not
They
rested.
don't teach you lessons.
This country
To
is
be
a red
honest,
But okay, let everybody answer.
yeah,
No, we
to,
don't answer our back.
to be
Hello?
honest, I feel like all of us are Nigerians, right? And we know what is happening in our country, right from when we were born. So mine was the first lesson. What's first lesson, say? Oh, no, I've been struggling though.
Everybody.
I've been struggling.
Exactly, man.
But I feel like the first lesson Nigeria has taught me is to be strong. Like I am iron. You understand? So
Impenetrable fortress.
So where I'm at now is bulletproof. You understand? Like I'm seeing life to an extent that I don't let things get to me. Even though the world is burning down, I still maintain my steez. Because the moment you lose guard, Jesus, you'll be thrown off guard. Like you'll be traumatized. So I think the first lesson Nigeria has taught me is to be strong. So I've been strong all this while. So yeah.
Okay, I think the first lesson Nigeria has taught me is to own up to my own, actions.
Yeah.
So take responsibility. Don't push blame at anyone. Think tough, talk tough, act tough. That is Nigeria. That is what Nigeria has taught me, and that's what I'm taking around, and that's what has made me who I am, and what whom I'm becoming now.
Yeah.
So that's just the takeaway from me when it comes to what Nigeria has taught me. So that's
Nigeria, my country.
Never show weakness. I think I'll just add to what they have said already. You have to be strong, then act tough really. Because if you don't act tough, they'll press you during ground. Yeah, I think we are just, maybe I'm wrong. We are bullies in this country.
We are.
Yeah.
When you ask me, they'll bully you finish. So you have to, even when you're not strong, act tough and
So
give them
yes,
this
scary look.
scary, or else they'll ride on you.
exactly.
So,
One Nigeria taught me, just to be tenacious, man. You keep going. For me, I always feel like there's always a way. If something like, if you really want to get it, you will get it. Yeah, just keep going.
Be wicked.
yes, a little bit of wickedness.
No, I'm not even kidding. Like, you have to be wicked first.
Yeah.
Don't allow anybody come and out-wicked you. You be the villain. It's on my Instagram bio. Villain. And I mean it with because if you allow, I said something recently. I said, if you allow people to tell your story for you, they will lie.
Yeah.
Be wicked. Do not consider anybody before yourself. Selfish too. And it is sad, but that's the reality. I feel like we live in such a country that
They don't care less. The government.
we are already hardened mentally. That's the
air we
truth.
breathe is even
We are already hardened mentally.
By
Like,
proxy, you mean?
yes, we're already hardened mentally, and genuinely, like I'm not saying now that you should go and no, don't do that. Yeah, exactly. But when I mean like, I'm saying that be always on guard, be ready. Like, don't if it looks like a dog, it barks like it's a dog. Call it what it is. No, that's the truth. Don't allow it. Don't for a moment try to be and be able to pretend. So I guess because if you're able to
I feel like
be able to pretend. So because
I'm living a different. I'm not living a different. I have such a different mentality. I feel it's you're very correct. You get like you have to be tough. I'm just worried about how that now translates into like
for the people.
It's a bit of a problem for
they'll be alright too.
They'll be alright.
See,
All of us.
I'm going to say it again and again. Think tough, speak tough, act tough.
Be strong.
No grief for anybody.
Be like a
Nigeria.
I feel like the thing I believe that we should take from Nigeria personally is the doggedness. However, if we do then
but I think it's everywhere. I was with a friend yesterday night, and he was telling me he works remote jobs outside the country, and he was telling me that if he had been smarter and he had used a Nigerian sense, it was an Oyibo person that overthrew him in a remote company.
Imagine.
Abroad.
I can't like
Do you get my point? So that's why I said before anybody tries to, you be the bad
My
person.
brother, I'm sorry. Please let me tell my brother here that if he steps out now trying to take a Uber or bike, and that guy build beyond what you know that you should be?
I
Would you have spoken to, like, would you have embraced that?
So I won't lie.
Okay, it's not supposed to be
I'm
so.
naturally like really chill. I'm
Hey,
not even
yeah,
gonna lie to
hey,
you.
Let them
yeah.
cheat you.
No, don't cheat me. But like,
No,
I'm not typically.
Would you allow them to cheat
No,
you?
but I'm not going to start shouting. I don't shout.
No, you don't have to shout. You have to. We're talking about reaction. So
reaction.
speaking tough doesn't mean that you have to
Yeah,
shout.
okay.
Thinking tough doesn't mean that you have to be brutal. No.
Mhm.
Acting tough doesn't mean you have to be, physical, just theatric. No. I'm saying that you have to understand the mechanism of control, taking charge of your own moment as a Nigerian. So if I go out now, I want to enter bike now, the guy tell me saying I was so amount, I don't know say it's supposed to be so amount. I will ask questions. I will resist.
Me and my Uber guy.
I will talk.
telling me gym bag.
How far is it?
There, say,
So I
hey,
come there and say,
I'll go to Yaba.
so that's my point.
Me and my Uber guy almost had
I don't think
fights
that
outside.
properly explains what being tough is. If somebody wants to cheat you, it's only common sense to be like, this doesn't make sense. But like if I say act of be tough, that's for me. If you really want to give a proper example of act of being tough, because it's Agbero in Lagos streets. They act tough, they are not necessarily tough, they don't know anything, but they come you get my point.
So that's
There's
not
an intellectual, there's a smart way, I believe, to handle things. And hear me out.
How do you approach Agbero?
I'm not saying
In
I
Lagos.
don't even
No,
like
we
to
are
do-
saying there should be a scenario in your
Okay.
life
I don't
whereby
Where
So
you
there will be a
toughness-
scenario in your life.
my toughness
Let's be
is-
realistic here.
my toughness
There will be a
is-
scenario whereby you have to act tough. You have to meet an Agbero.
Yeah.
So please, how do you react?
Let me not even lie to you. What I do very simply is that I don't engage. If I feel like it's something that I'm not going to do.
True.
About me so. Like
True.
I don't engage.
Do you drive?
No, I don't drive yet.
So if
I-
you do, you understand what I'm saying.
I-
So you're driving,
But I've
but
seen people that drive that are not
no,
crazy.
anger is a lie. It's a
I
lie.
have seen.
No, it's going to be tough. It's a lie.
I've seen.
I would not agree that. I would not agree with that.
I've
Baba, if you
seen.
Baba, no, I would not agree.
I said I've seen.
You go hard, Baba, your car now.
You know, the thing is that
Them
I
bash
kind of
you
agree
now.
with them.
You call it toxic.
My
You call it
aunts
tough for them. Baba, you call
was
it
a very normal person until she got her first car.
No, that's Nigeria for you. Typical Nigeria. That's it.
She'll tell you
So
that
that's
on
the
the
word,
road,
please.
everybody is mad.
Yeah.
Except
You have to be mad. Sanity, drop it at home. You have
I
to be
swear.
that outside.
There's that Abaro part in you definitely
Yeah, so
that you don't know. It's
so
on
next.
Yeah,
Please
so
number two.
what did poverty, struggle or hardship teach you that comfort never could? I'm not even going to lie, I know my answers. I had a very funny, just like you, but it wasn't because of maybe I was overworked, or maybe because of that, or however that was. Because of the moving around, I still say I'm a genius. Yeah, but maybe it might not show now in the way, in like reading all of those things, but like in the way I think, like the way I see things, like yeah, I really believe I'm a genius. I call myself that like every time. However, like that genius, he really got lost when I was like 40th position out of 80 students. Yeah, half the class. They almost killed me that time. But however, I think it was in one of the most defining moments that for me was I was in SS2 first term, and I was in science class, and I had F9 in English, maths, chemistry, physics.
Okay.
And my mom, I didn't show my mom the results when I got home because I was in a boarding school. So, and I was in a hostel, and I went to an all-boys school.
Oh, okay.
So when I got to school, my mom, I think they had called, my mom just said, okay, you go to the counselor's office. And I got there and she told the counselor up on me, I said, that boy is going to repeat this class. And the counselor was like, we've done first time SS2. Like, let him, my mom was like, no, let him go back to SS1. So they carried my locker to SS1. And I went back to commercial class. So no, I was the assistant.
Yeah,
boy,
I can relate.
practicing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think one thing that taught me, I think that was the time that I knew I wasn't joking around anymore. I said, this is my life. And ever since then, yeah, I've been really, and then also I hate mathematics too. But I had to write it and pass it eventually. Four times. That's how much I hate maths. That's how much I hate maths. But doing all of those things, like that was like a major struggle for me.
Yeah.
Because at the time it was a thing of, nobody in your daddy's family goes to university, and I'm like, hello, I shall go. I will go. And I did go. And I saved too. Yeah. So if you're my daddy's family, hi. Yeah, so that's one thing I taught me. So, and I think that has translated into everything now. So when I see problems now, And I really don't even learn things anymore.
Okay.
I don't go to places to learn. I'm a graphic designer. I've never learned. But I've learned from you. I do videos. I've never really learned. I do myself. So like I think that's taught me to be able to find out things on my own, find out my own methods to doing things.
Okay.
And I just stick into that. Yeah.
For me, I think that like I feel like there's nothing I can't do, to be honest. If only if I'm not interested.
Okay.
You get, but if I'm interested, I can pick it up and I'll learn. So I'm naturally somebody who just I get things done. And for me, I feel like I learned life properly after like university. When I started working, one of my first jobs just was to plan an event, and they just sent me to just go. Just go and figure it out. And me, to be honest, I like to adventure. Great, sign me up. If you say go, I will just be going.
Not just.
So, and when I went there, it was like we made it happen. You get, because I believe that if you're determined to get anything done, you get it done. You get, like I say, like Nigeria is the country where you are your own government. You provide your own power, you provide your own water, provide your own. So like you are already self-sufficient. So really, you don't really need.
What's left?
What's left? You're already naturally your own government. So easy.
I don't want to say much. I kind of like just agree with what they have said. Just to top it up, I think every human, both the female gender and male gender, are usually a result of whatever they must have gone through in the past, right? It breaks you or makes you strong. You get, and I think most of us also present here. If you look at our story, you will notice how
It's similar.
Relatable it is.
relatable it is, and how we have. You just call yourself genius. You don't even need to learn. You get things done as a result of, let me do this myself. Let me do this myself. You are being proactive. He shared a story of how he had nobody or parent motivating him, but he was doing better than his peers who had parents.
Exactly.
You get. So sometimes whatever you go through, bring the best out of you.
True.
You get.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
you should always, for those who are listening though, no matter where you find yourself, don't ever think that's the end of it.
Yeah.
No,
You can always be a better person.
don't give up.
Okay. So that's good anyway. Well, my take, what poverty taught me that
In poverty.
tough life wouldn't have, right? It's just that to be independent. Don't expect too much from nobody. Just be independent. Don't be afraid of starting over. That is all I can say. That is all I can say.
I even say don't expect nothing from anybody. It's not even so much.
Don't expect nothing. Yeah, it helps.
If I ask you for something, I will buy it for myself.
So that's just
ASAP.
what poverty taught me. Yeah. Just don't depend on any fucking body. Don't even think it. Just be independent, be determined, and make sure that you chase it the way you want to chase it. Don't let anybody give you a blueprint of chasing your dream. You chase it the way that you feel that you want to chase it. Are you comfortable with chasing it this way? Please chase it. You don't have to go by other people's blueprint. So poverty brings so many things. In fact, it gave me so many skills, ideas, and all that. So
You'll be so broke.
so which soft life for no gain, and it has helped me manage my finances, my life. If I did broke like this, no one knows say I broke. If I did money, still know say I get money. So I'm just in between. So poverty did that. Thank you, poverty.
Well, poverty have taught me a lot. Funny enough, I don't even look like my problem. Like growing up, you can't even tell what I'm passing through. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's at some point I was car. I was washing car at a young age, and I was like, I told my girl, I cannot stay in this house doing nothing. I went to apply for a job. The man was like, what do you want to do? I said, I want to be washing car. He was like, but you're small. I said, no, I want to wash car. My grandpa is here. I want to be taking care of him. Wow. And I think my first salary was like 15,000. So I said washing car. Hey, God.
That was
they will
8K.
bring car. I think at some point when my grandma is like going to market, because she will always pass that car wash. She said, her friends will be like, I know your grandson that is on top car. Scrubbing that him. So poverty have taught me how to be independent, how to be strong, how to be multi-talented, Because there's nothing I've not done. I've worked as a waiter. I've done a lot.
Best job.
Currently, I even had to at some point even learn skills because you graduate from this country, no job.
Man,
You understand? And if you're chasing your dreams, you need money.
Money to do so,
Yeah, you need money. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I had to learn skill. So currently, I work as a hairstylist at Aloma Hair,
Okay.
and it's been grateful, honestly, because it even helps me to like pursue other things I'm doing. Do you understand?
Okay.
So poverty have helped me to just be strong.
Okay.
In essence. Yeah.
Anyway, let me take one from here. What childhood dream did you sacrifice because life demanded you to be responsible?
Emotional damage.
So I really, okay, I don't know. When I was young, I really wanted to be like a scientist, right? Yeah.
Wearing lab coats,
But
testing,
yeah.
Chemicals.
That was sarcastic.
I would have like this vision of by 2013 I would have
Invented something.
Like so in my
You foresaw coronavirus.
and guess what? I would tag that year 2000 and technology, so 2013.
Wow.
So I was like,
Very futuristic, you know.
No money to enter school. Now we start entertainment.
So you sacrificed that for what you
so
are now.
what I'm doing right now,
Okay.
I started doing MC. I think the first MC gig I got from because I grew up in Benin.
Okay.
Was in Lagos 2009. The woman paid me 60K. It was just this person.
In 2009?
Bro,
Hey, it's big
that
money.
was-
That was very decent. So
that was like my first.
now yeah, it is.
Look at what stuff. Money day. Oh yeah, nah.
So people know they earn
So
60K.
I said it was like a dream.
Oh, nice.
I still remember her office was at
Never
this
thought about this
Ikoyi, this MTN.
Oh, Ikoyi, of course. Nah, come on.
Paid me every.
I don't be mainland though.
I was like,
In Ikeja. And she paid rent.
Okay.
So that's how I started, and that 60K actually just laid
The foundation.
for me.
Any
Right?
other opportunities?
I took that money. I think I went to learn website designing. Yeah, I went to learn website designing because 2010, I started building website. I was blogging.
Wow.
Blogs, like 5 blogs.
Arbitrage
Taking money
blogging.
as around 2011, 2012. I was earning money from AdSense, $100. So it just, and I was still doing my MC,
Okay.
YC organization. So that was it. It's not as if I'm regretting, but I wish I did.
Yeah.
I ended up being a scientist. I thought I was genius too.
You can still do it, yeah.
Yeah, with 3 children.
From where?
So that's
Scientist.
just it. So that just it.
Nigeria.
I don't know. I think for me, did I give up? Well, I chased it in a way, but you can't like entertainment. You like you said, you have to work. So times when I remember one year where I took a whole year. I don't know what I was thinking. I took a year to chase music. I got a job after. I went back to work. So like, it's really what it is. At some point, you have to just because survival is. I can't remember who I was talking to or who was saying it. I think it was Kathy one time. She was talking to someone, and they're both like really big names, and they're both talking to each other. And one was like, "Oh, who have you trained? Who's coming after you? Yada yada yada." And he was like, "You see that people nobody's don't get that before." And Kathy said something that was so profound. Like, people are trying to survive.
Yeah.
So the fact that you were able to get it, and I'm not saying nobody, like anybody who gets to some level of celebrity,
Yeah.
you must have done some level of work, right?
Yes,
and you must
ma'am.
have sacrificed some things. But it's such a big pool that it's only a few people, like for scientists or even just generally any job you're going to do. Some people have it a bit tougher. So it's really just it's picking the one that you don't eat today first. And some people, not everybody has that zero, that belief that okay, if I just continue. Yeah, so it's normal. I think you have to get jobs to fund your dreams.
Okay.
Yeah, I think being eccentric has really saved me a bit from this question. So most of the things that I'm doing
They're just like because I have a creative flair. So I just pick up this one, pick up that one, pick up that one because I have an interest in it. I don't think I was the child that you ask what I want to become in the future. I just be looking at you. I just don't want to be poor.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't want to be poor.
Exactly.
I don't want to be able to afford what I want when I want it with my money. So I think it was very important that I did things like I did work. However, I think I lied in the beginning of this show.
Okay.
I said I couldn't sing. Yeah. Yeah. 2015. 2014. My friend Adegoke Tade is in Lagos too now. I haven't seen it though. And we were just two SS2 students, or SS3 I think. And we'll fly the fence to go to recording studio. What's the name of the guy? Maybe Energy or something. I have a song go. I just don't know where it is.
Are you serious?
I'm telling
No,
you.
same here. I have
The name of the song is
as far
Don't
back
Go.
as 25.
I'm telling you.
2005,
I
2006.
thought that, you know, we were so stupid. We finished there, we went to
not
his
for
daddy's
me.
house. In his
Not
daddy's
for
house,
me.
we'll get numbers of people like Olamide, ID Kabasa, I think. We'll call them. In the night, when people are sleeping, we will be calling. And these people were in Lagos, they were. I left, Sha, and I came to Lagos. And I was in uni. When I got to uni, my 100 level, I left school. I was a class rep. I left school to go to Akure to go and do Isabi Sing. Isabi Sing was for...
Chasing dreams is difficult. I swear to God.
Looking back now, I don't know. Like, that's why I feel like I just don't want to be poor because I feel maybe that was the way. I went to Isabi Sing. I left there, came to Ibadan, told my aunts that they picked me. I went to Port Harcourt by road.
Everything was another show.
It was
Mad.
for people in Niger Delta, and on those states was also like all producing. So we went there. I was first runner, but it was winner take solo. Came back home, I wasted my daddy's money. Again, that's when I knew he loved me because he gave me the money to go to Port Harcourt. My aunt told me that this boy might bake his big, but now, thank God, I'm not begging money from anyone.
I think when I sacrificed my own was when I was in uni. So I think this Big Brother Danger of a thing, I was like, I need to blow. I've seen Alex Unusual, she was in UNN third year, she got into house. I was like, my own will not be different. I think that was white money sets. I applied. What level was I? 200 level. At that time, I was dyeing my hair, I was on good that time. But I passed, I was like, hey, that guy is I now entered night bus. Because I think then you apply online. So they were sending me emails. I think I was on the 6th stage. The stage you reach, you have to come to Lagos. I entered night bus, going to chase my dream. Some robbers got rob our luxurious bus. We left the bus around inside bush.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was very bad. We ran for our lives. I could remember after a while, we still bought another bus, got to Lagos, passed some certain stages, and then there's a stage they call lockdown. That's the final stage. One woman said, I don't know, I think they put me and J. Paul to be in a room and build one castle. Who was the first to enter the house? J. Paul finished before me, he entered. And so they rejected me, and we had exams that period.
Yeah? So you have to build like stuff. That's part of the process.
You see people that audition, yeah?
Hey.
They're psycho disease. So they brought this, this box,
Okay.
children box.
Legos.
Yeah, they said we should build a castle.
Okay.
So the fastest person will like enter the house. So it was me and Jepo, the paired us. I think I saw White Money was with him and Mario also. So me, I was like, I'm going to enter this house. And so we start to Jepo, don't build house. Me, I don't do look. He said I'm disqualified.
Okay.
And we had exams that period, and that is how I had 5 carryovers in school.
Okay.
I almost gave up, but I keep on pushing. So dreams, no, don't give up. Keep pushing. You're almost there. Don't give up.
Well, I think I've not said anything. Okay. In this regard, what I gave up was being a lawyer and pursue money. So I just have to fend for myself. I'm the first of my family, splitted home to be precise. So it's more like the demand is on me at the time. So if I say make I pursue this progression,
6 years, 7 years.
6 years, law school, I know feet concentrate, and it's tasking to be a lawyer because you have to, be there, read, research, study, practically just be in check to be declared fit and proper at the end of the day. So that I sacrifice to being a business enthusiast. But now I'm a human rights activist. So, so I have a couple of diplomas in law and all that. So that's one thing I did sacrifice. So.
Do you think men today are freer than previous generations or just carrying different burdens? For me, I think, hey, that's tough. But I think we're a little freer. We have moved the needle a bit further in terms of how we in terms of expression. You get my point? I believe so. We're a little more freer. Men can decide, okay, I don't care about this. I'm going to just do me. I don't think I even want to get married. It's not so important. You get my point? So I think we are a bit further that way. Are we carrying different bodies? What do you guys think?
I think society still very much expects
to do a whole lot.
I really still think so. You see, the thing is that it's a labyrinth. You think we're done, then you see some other conversation and you're like, oh, you people still think like this. However, if I speak for me, I just don't care. I'm sorry, I just don't care, because it all boils down to if you pay my bills. To my employer, I work, you pay me. So, but you're not giving me money for free. So, and if you don't have as much as a say on my well-being, I really don't think I would care. And I think there are a lot of men that are also like me too, that don't care. I will do what I want when I want to. Except God changes my mind. That's the honor of the final say. If not so, I died.
Take that question one more time so that I can just.
Men today are freer than previous generations, or just carrying different burdens. And I think what that's trying to explain is that, like, our liberty, how much are we able to like fully express? In as much as they're still fundamental, like a man is going to be a man, but are we a bit more?
It still exists, but saying freer, are we freer? I don't think so. I think it gets harder for men now. But then again, I think the whole idea of changing what we wear as a society before
is not how we are.
It's changing, right? I will come from the angle of encouraging women to work, to do this. Women, you have your right and whatsoever. While that is happening, men are also realizing, okay, nobody's talking about also. So there's this self-awareness coming, okay. Me too, I need to adjust too. I need to ask for better too. Because why the women were the society trying to say, okay, women, you need to do this and do this, so let women do this. The men also say, okay, I cannot be left behind though. Let me do that. I'll give you an instance. Who cares before, which man or which of any young man cares before how much the young lady is making when you want to marry her?
Okay.
Young guys, you go ask her these days. Even you say, you'll be like, okay.
Actually, someone persists that men are actually the biggest gold diggers.
Yes, right now, these young boys,
like, what are you bringing to the table?
Bro, like the young boys of now, like, okay, how is it gonna be?
Who's your daddy?
What are you in?
What is in it for them?
For them, like,
it's not more what I bring to
most of my generation will not really send. You get
partnership now.
So that's the part. So why the women were climbing? The men were okay. Why would I bring it to the table? Because normally, if you leave me, my generation, we didn't care. We were ready to just go out and take care of the family, take care of him. But the young guys, this generation these days are like, okay, it's going to be 50-50. If we're paying house rent, it's 50-50. If we're paying school fees, it's 50-50. So I think they are more free to express themselves now, because not still all. There are still some people who are still of the opinion.
That boils down to the is it that there's a different burden that we carry?
Yes, it's different burden.
Because myself now, if I'm going to reference something, this is my own story. My ex-wife, that's the word. That my ex-wife had a case of ameloblastoma, something similar to Jarvis. So they had to, operate on her, there was an implant process. So it was a very, very serious ailment that required surgery at the time. However, I was deprived of this information before marriage. Even after marriage, I discovered this myself. That alone should, make me, should I say, discard the marriage to begin with. But then, I carried so well. I was able to manage the situation as a man, as expected of the society that we find ourselves. So moving forward, we did everything. I footed what I could. So it's a two-way street. I was able to express myself at the time in between, and at the same time carry the burden. So I want to balance that. So during that time, I was hungry. I was mentally not, emotionally, not stable at the time, because I just figured out that in fact, as a matter of fact, what she had then, that ailment there was a history already, which required them to have operated it earlier before marriage itself. When the family don't do anything,
and they don't
tell me at the same time.
Was it a deliberate attempt?
I wouldn't want. It's very delicate.
There are families like that. I would say like
exactly. So that was the idea.
Yeah.
So bottom line, I was emotionally not stable, but at the same time, I still had to carry the burden to some extent. Like I don't want to leave her angry and all that. No. So I did all of that. After all, this back and forth, paying almost, it's not small money, almost 10 million or so. So she still left the house. She left me.
After everything.
Even why me, I don't even leave her. Even after they had done things wrong and all that. But in between that, bills, those trying to pay for the surgery and all that, I was expressing. I was free to say that, come, me, I don't go foot all this bill. I go 50, you go 50, you go 40, you go 30. So that being free to express came into play. From my own personal experience. So afterwards, they had their own plans, and I don't really care. But bottom line is that we are more expressing now. I stood my ground to some extent. That see, me, I not go do this thing. I was saying I go do. I not go do past myself. This is what I'm capable of doing right now. So the family should sort themselves to, and I don't feel kill me now.
To be honest,
do you get me?
There's really nothing. I think one thing I've quickly learned is there's nothing wrong with saying no.
Saying no is no. Exactly. So I was.
More men are saying no.
So I was
less of
very
body.
expressive. I said it the way it is, and I stood by my word. However, the family hated it for that. In fact, that must have led to the separation in the end. But I don't care. That's because I stood my ground.
That was very manipulative.
And that is but the ideology, but the perception from other people will be like, this guy's like this guy like that, but they don't understand the behind the scene, which I had kept. This is my first time discussing this anywhere. Do you get this personal for me? But I was able to express myself, stood my ground. It cost me my marriage, but bottom line, it is what it is.
Yeah,
that's it. Thank you.
So I feel like in now today's generation, men are now standing their grounds. So
few men, not all.
I was with this girl one certain time, and she was like, "Matt, I don't understand. Do you want me to chase you?" And I was like, these days you guys don't chase us. We're not the one chasing you, and it's not fair. Like, I don't understand. Which one? It was like that any small thing like this, you want me to be the one actually. That sometimes you pull up, I'm like, I don't have that strength. I'm busy. He was like, no, man, that's not how they do it. That's guys that they know they used to. I said, not today.
You're not just interested.
No joke. Even when you're interested, most guys don't really do
like
this forward
right now. It's now the reverse. Like,
it doesn't mean that.
They don't reach out. I believe that
I don't know how to reach out. Okay.
Yeah.
So me and the girl were very cool, but she's feeling that she's the one chasing me, and I feel like it's only her. I think my sister have said the same thing, that my cousin sister, that most guys now want to be chased.
Baba chase money. Chase money. Once you chase money, you see that girl?
Yeah.
She go chase you.
That's what I'm saying now. Like, before, back in our father's days, like, that the one that you can stay on top 3, you'll be toasting the girl and more. Now it's not like that.
I've never been like that.
Now it's not.
I don't think I've ever been like that.
It has been like that, though. On top fence.
My father. On fence chasing it. My father don't even have to.
Hey!
It was like that.
It was.
So it was always the men
making moves.
Making moves.
Like continuous move.
But these days, these young boys, Hello, if I message you today, you're supposed to message me today.
Baba, I feel just
If I message you this week,
Is that not the
you're supposed to
I
message
feel
me
just
next
collect some
week.
Yes,
contacts now.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I was attracted to one or two things about you at first. Got your contact, save them up. We're gonna view status.
It be happening.
That's
no.
because I've seen. I don't see that criteria. No, it's the truth. I don't see that. I'm sorry, anyone who's watching. It's because I don't see that criteria of keeping in you.
Well,
That's why I just decided
Apart
to.
from that, self,
Sometimes we
That
just
is
want
bad.
to.
That is
Just want
just
to. You
I'm
know, after
just tired.
sometimes you're just tired of chasing and all.
it's
that.
not really chasing.
A lot is going
Like
on.
as a person,
you get your own life when they happen now.
I am just tired. But, like, and I expect that when you're with someone, you understand the season of life that they are in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And when you understand the season of life that they are in, you give them certain graces. I have friends that we don't probably text or call sometimes a month. And I'm not saying that should be for your romantic relationships.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But also in that romantic relationships, there's a way I would show up that you understand.
Why
that
is there
this
romantic
the
relationship
best.
in Nigeria?
Kilo, what's going on in this country? What's happening?
What's happening?
What
God,
happened?
that's
Why
not-
do you believe that
There's nothing romantic in Nigeria.
The country itself is tired of us.
Baba, more no life for ourselves.
The country itself is tired.
Baba, statistically, maybe 80 to 75% is not romance. See, that romance knows. They work for Nigeria where we deal. Because
Hello.
at the same time, I'm thinking, they work. I have workload. I have tax. I have
Stop,
bills.
you
to
wait
My
till
pay.
mental
you're
I
health.
expect my
My
mental
mental health.
You're expecting me to give you
Mental
attention.
health.
Hello.
I have
Hello.
your stake.
How are you?
All the
Hi.
marriages, their contract.
It's
And I'm not
contract now.
against doing a contract. Hello.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
No, it's contractual now.
I am
It
not.
has always
I'm
been.
not
That's
It has always been
the
my history.
that
marriage
was the
is
whole idea of marriage. right from
transactional.
time. Is that only
Everything in
transactional?
life
It's
is
transactional.
Transactional.
So
However, I want to come back to you. I believe that if you actually truly like someone,
It's not
Maybe
it.
the
I
first
really
week
like
time.
this girl.
guys.
No, you don't understand. I really liked her.
So
It's
wait,
just that.
The first week,
What
the
am I-
season of life
because-
that is
no,
in.
but the
I said
question
you
is-
want me to be like.
It will be the one messaging always.
No. If,
Messaging.
if she's
Calling.
asking for too much,
Yeah.
then there's a difference.
Can't do that.
You know, there's too much of.
But then we don't know that.
It's not like what.
Bottom line, you can't satisfy women. No. If you like them,
Hey,
let me give
lose
you
your
Jesus
job,
Christ.
Let-
give
let-
them attention.
let-
You still never satisfy them.
Let me give you an example. 2 days ago, I was having
Just so
a
you know.
conversation with my colleague. I was like, this one we never did this since then. You know what she said? I'm tired of these boys. They will message you today, then they expect you to message them tomorrow. I'll be like, what is wrong with that? He said, no, I'm the what was the language? I'm the prize, or they should be chasing me. I said, you go take for them.
Men are the prize now.
So it's
Men
only that I
are
was
the
in
prize.
KPN.
Today in profession.
So I was trying to let her know that
Men,
it's
we are the
balanced.
prize. Just so
We
you
are-
know.
I agree. Balance.
yeah, we're in,
Men are the
we're in a
prize.
society
Bottom line,
right
we are the
now,
prize.
or
I think everybody's the price. Yeah.
Men are
yeah,
the prize.
no, everybody's the prize.
Men are
So
the
we should
prize.
respect each other. You
Yeah,
get?
we should.
Men are the prize.
She
today.
said,
Okay, for example, let me give you a quick instance. When you meet a lady today now, you just admire her, you like her for whatever it is. You have a reason for liking her, right? Before you know it, after day 1, 2, 3 of conversing, she started capitalizing on the fact that she's a big deal and trying to build you or make you understand that you know I'm going to because of we are how much I'm using to take care of myself. You know how much I'm using to do this.
oh my guys, now.
I'm saying
That's
how much I'm using to do this. So you should be able to
Yes,
provide.
that even makes
You should be able to book me Uber.
In
You should be able to
2020
do this.
wait.
That's the truth.
But I feel
That's the
any
truth.
lady that
So-
still brings those conversations up are probably
It's very annoying.
not ready for relationship.
Arguable.
They are-
No, this is a very arguable conversation. But I'm telling you what it is, and we understand. I believe you guys should sense what I'm saying.
That
It
means
is what it is.
allergy.
So now I think, men, we are the prize now.
Yeah.
Because they seek our attention. You can see the rage on social media. This guy, they even text me. He just contacted my contact. He has not reached out.
He has
That
not
means
reached
we are
out.
the prize. We have to understand that we are now the prize. Men are the prize.
Obviously.
I don't think. I think
Men are the prize. Let's move to another point. So what else? I think
Okay,
it's the final.
let-
I'm the one saying.
Oh
now.
yeah.
That's my own. Okay, this question is okay. Growing up, what would boys never admit openly? Growing up, what would boys never admit openly? Or what could boys never admit openly?
That's the question.
That's the question. Growing up, what could boys never admit openly?
That's struggles now.
Growing up, what could
I think
boys-
it's generic, not being seen as weak. Yeah, we have this
struggles,
idea of always appearing strong.
That
Strong.
masculine ideology that you have
I
to
mean-
be.
So my juniors in secondary school, I'm not actually wicked though. Because I feel that way. But like it's
So I
like it's just
think,
like an
yeah.
armor. Like I was revered.
Yeah. So I think that's it generally.
So I
My
think-
pride.
Yes, not.
Because I was short, so of course
Deficit.
Yeah.
There's a height
Is it
deficit.
short?
there is. They literally called me
Height
to
deficit.
the counselors of it. And I said, I hope he's not late. His name is Kabesi.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be I don't know if he eventually did, but he was supposed to be the Oba of Akumba. Kabesi sat there, he was in white and he said, Omo yi wole ko je senior boy. Bokuru, unrespected. F1 assistant. And that was it. That was what decided my fate. Because I was on fire for that school.
So,
You have to appear strong.
so I think is my question, right? So, what growing up, what we would not want to admit openly is
Is
just.
that your week?
I think that's weakness. That's being masculine. That's I'm weak. Oh, I know if he beat this guy. I know if he play this thing. So that's weakness. Like accepting defeat.
Accepting defeat.
You know, that's what we
Always
cannot
always
admit.
strong.
We cannot admit. Rather, I'll allow you beat me, make my hair out. I will allow you
More
just
throwing
I
blow.
just want to more just stay, you know.
Rather
face
to
it
say
and-
no.
But saying no make you seems like you are a baby's boy and all that.
Yeah.
So
No,
you don't like to.
It's the way the world.
I feel like my own, it was not showing my struggles. I want you to
don't.
assume things about me. If you're telling me I'll be not, I'll be like, yeah. But deep down, I'm dying. But then I don't show my
You want to show
struggles.
strong?
You won't even see it on my face. I'll just be smiling.
I can relate to not showing struggles.
Yeah.
I can relate everything.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
my
it's
own.
now.
Physical fights.
I think it's now. I think I used to talk a lot when I was younger. Like I say a lot of things. Oh my god, I used to say a lot.
Wait.
I'm sorry if I've overshared to you, but now, even if it's important, I'll
Just keep quiet.
keep it to myself. Like, hello, we're growing old. Can't really do that anymore. So, yeah, but I think it was just posting that you are.
Yeah, but you're a bad guy.
If I was
But most
Your
times,
king
so men. Speaking of men, not boys now. I don't want to. Men, do find it difficult to admit that they're in love. They can be romantic.
Yes.
That's one thing.
Some of them,
Yeah,
they're broken their heads,
yeah,
so they don't want
They
to.
don't want to, show you that I love you. I can be in love.
you need therapy.
Some men, I'm telling you, men, yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, that weakness, to them is a sign of weakness.
Defeat.
Like, that feel like I feel like okay, they're kind of talk. Once this girl knows say I love her, I'm like this now. She will begin talk with my
Yes.
emotions.
We've just lost the
That
art.
is
We're not
just
people anymore.
that is just that is just the reality. That's just the reality.
That is the
We
reality.
like to-
It shouldn't be a problem.
Exactly, and that is reality that is bedeviling us today.
We need therapy.
So it's just what it is. So we are afraid of accepting that.
Okay, let me take this question. What fear keeps you awake at night today?
Really broke like it.
He's only one.
I think that's generic.
There's
Brokenness.
only one. Everybody can
Since I
relate to
was
that
young.
one.
Can't pour.
That's
Full
Jesus.
stop. No, don't need to ask. I can't be.
No, I
poor.
feel like I've gone through so many things in life, and the only constant thing
Fear.
every
I can't be
single
poor,
day,
man.
once I pay for something, I'm looking at my account like,
Wait till this
hello.
up.
I feel like
If you
everybody
take
can
care of the
relate to
next
this
thing,
one.
Do you understand?
Everybody that like
And it is so, and it gets worse as you
as you grow old.
Because I'm
More
the guy now that
responsibility.
somebody says they lost their phone, and I have to be the one.
To take
Now me
care
born
of
you, but yeah, I have to show up that way.
Okay.
Really, yes, someone sees my sister's number on my phone is saved as billing 247 because there is no time
That she
she
will not
calls me
have,
that I don't bleed.
Yeah.
There is no time. And imagine I'm earning in naira, and this will be telling me, "Oh,
Not
I
in
want you to buy
dollars.
me clothes, or I want you to buy me this one.
I be your
want you to
babe.
buy me this." And I understand that because now, for me, I've vowed to myself that I didn't have siblings who looked after me very well.
Yeah.
So
So
you
I was going to be the
understand that.
best I could, like to them. So I want to kind of stand in, but it's really, really, it's hard.
not easy,
So I've
though.
gone through
It's not
so
easy.
many things. So the only thing is just let us just have money.
Money,
Okay,
yeah.
my own perspective
Chineke.
may be different. My opinion may be different. What I'm afraid of is not even being broke. I don't mind starting over. I'm not afraid of being broke. It has never been. My own fear is, being, life. I don't pray for some sort of ailment. around me, my child, my mother, my father, my
That can be
sibling,
really
and
draining though.
I'm afraid of that. That's the biggest fear that I have personally. Not being
think
broke,
I
not being
agree with
financially
you.
stable and all that. But then that's my biggest fear. Like my mother, Hillman, not getting
Because
involved
there are
with
some
any man, my
email
siblings,
that even your money
your
cannot save you from.
your children, man. So it's just something, your family, your partner, just man. I think I've experienced a little bit of that, so I get it.
I think that could be the reason why.
I get it now.
So
it's
life happens to
something.
people in what you've been
So
through.
I get it a lot. Like medications now in Nigeria is crazy. Yeah. So until you have somebody who has to be on medication or daily dialysis, then you understand that it's not about being broke. Oh. It's not about being broke. Oh. It's not about being broke. Oh. Just pray any of your relatives.
Don't fall sick.
Don't fall sick. Oh, close
Right.
relative. Baba,
Actually,
just pray. Just pray. That's it. That's the fear for me. Yeah.
Okay, you can. Okay, I think you
Okay,
take on.
what pressure comes with being called the strong one in the family?
A responsibility, extra responsibility.
I would have been really mad if I didn't get to ask this question because I want to answer it. It's my family members.
Okay.
They shall know me. I'm not as strong as you think. I am not. But I think you just have to put on like a brave face every time. And being strong in this sense is that because people have assumed, I think I have conversations with my mom and then she goes, or people that have gone through things that you've gone through don't get to be in the places that you're in now. And I understand the significance of that statement. And then just because of that, they don't worry about me. They don't worry that very soon I was very sick. And then my mom had to come to the hospital. And that was the first time that anybody had to come to the hospital for me. And then she's now calling me and it's now weird to tell me, oh, you need to wear cardigan. And I'm like, that's a bit well. But like the pressure that comes with this is that it's just a lot. You have to, even on days when I don't feel like working,
You have to work.
I have to, even on days when, because I know that the next call you might get, you never know what it is. You never know what is needed. And then, like, God forbid, my fear is not disappointing. My fear is just actually really that we don't need, what is something that money can solve? Anything that money can solve in this life, I really hope it's not my problem. I really hope so. I really hope that if it's something that, because again, not that I like buying comfort or whatever, but like to an extent, just be
Save yourself the stress.
exactly like save yourself that thing, like alleviate it. So yeah, I think the pressure of being called the strong one, like it's not something that you can name. It's not something we can put a name to or say this is what it is. But it's just a lot. It's
Baba na set up. Being there's a strong na set up. They did worse to our parents and all that. That's set up. Bottom line, you have to feed for yourself. You have to be there for your own self. And it's very important that you treat yourself better. So don't do too much, like I said. Don't do too much.
Thank you so much.
Relationship wise, family wise, don't do too much.
When you said that,
don't do too much.
It really stuck with me because I know that.
Don't do too much.
My dad called me for something recently, and I called him after I had done what he needed. I called him and told him that this one that you have asked me, this particular one, never again. Let's not do it. Like, and that's the reason why they might not like me. I'm very blunt. This one, we're not doing it again. If you call me next time, I just wouldn't respond, and you already know why. So,
okay, for example, now let me quick one. Sorry, personal. When I say don't do too much, from experience, whatever I dish out is from experience, personal experience. I mean, after my ex-wife's case, after I'd gone all the way, for example, probably I sold my properties. Maybe I wasn't financially buoyant at that time. I'd sold my property or went in debt or gone collected loan and all that. She would have left. Now she's she's not got with me, right? She left. So don't do too much. It doesn't mean that every other woman would do so. To save yourself from those unnecessary, loaners now go loan shark go they find me now. In my property, I will look and I get this property.
And the person who made the sacrifice for not
person
doing
who do it for now, not day again. So don't do too much. So it weighs in on both ends, family, close ally, any other person we have a relationship. Just don't do too much. Don't do too much.
I think for me, I've never claimed to be the strong one. If you call me strong one, that's really on you. That's on you. That's on however you feel. And personally, for me, I live life on, because like it's too much responsibility to put on somebody. I personally feel, because it's like you had said, it's a setup. It's such a quagmire that you will just keep going with terrible. Strong one is if you're going to be strong for yourself.
Yeah.
Like be strong for I can get this thing done for me. And that's not to say that you cannot be kind, you cannot be generous, you cannot you can't show up. And you show up as much as you can.
Yeah.
Not as much as is because that expected of you. I don't know if you guys saw this popular movie, Monica. That girl nearly died. You get my point? So do what is best for you and as much as you can. And like there's one, I think I was watching one video and it was even talking about love and she was like, you love till you can't anymore. It doesn't mean that love till you can't anymore doesn't mean that you sell all your properties. It's to the point that okay, I don't think I can do this anymore, guys. I think I've tried. I'm saying I've tried. It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And accepting help as in seeking help.
Yeah.
Man to man.
No, of course. Yeah. 100%, yeah.
Seeking help.
It's not a bad thing.
Doesn't make you weak.
It doesn't make
It
at all.
doesn't make you feel
That
less
is
of yourself.
Yeah.
That is you being smart.
Yeah.
You need help. When you need it, seek it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you are weak. That doesn't mean you are weak. That doesn't mean you are foolish, but you are smart.
Yeah.
So seeking help should be essential.
If you don't seek help, you are proud.
It is something we should embrace because most men just want to shoulder everything. Don't want to show but please seek help. You need that break. That doesn't make you are weak again. I'm quoting it again, but you are smart. Wisdom. Okay. That's all I can say. Thank you.
So basically, like I'm the strong one, but then I don't let things shade me apart. Do you understand? I do what I have to do and leave the rest to God.
Straight up. Okay. General question, right?
Yeah.
If you could sit across the table from your 15-year-old self right now, what would you tell him about being a man?
This one,
My guy, radio, easy. I think the best 15 years. 15 years. Because I think that will also.
like your 15-year-old self.
Yeah,
I think anything. It's a very teenager, sha.
Yeah.
What you would say, right?
Yeah.
What I would say is just brace up. That's it.
Yeah.
So this is your
Guy,
15-year-old
brace
self.
up.
You're talking to
Eat
your
what you can
15-year-old
now. Enjoy this milk. Eat this breakfast.
Very soon you go to sponsor that.
Do everything. What do you want to take? Do you like to take? You want ice cream? Take it now. Take it.
now,
Take it. Just brace up.
yeah.
What is ahead of you? It's way beyond anybody's imagination.
For me,
So
start early, bro.
that's what I can say.
Early.
Early.
Pick, like start now. 15, just start. Like whatever I want to build, whatever I want to do, start now.
Yeah.
Pick it up, learn the lessons, fail, and start again. The earlier you start, the better for you. That's like it saves you all this. Oh, I'm trying to figure it. No. Start early. The earlier you do, the better.
I think in addition to that, start early and also 15. That year was very, very it was important. It was a catalyst. I think I would tell that's just not like really the end of life. Because at that time, even though I was doing well, I was bothered that nobody will, take a chance on me. Nobody will believe in me because you know where I was coming from. You are that boy. Is you. You are him. So and I wish I had carried myself that way earlier, because I had this full humility, and I think it's very wrong. It's very bad if you carry something, walk like it. Talk like that. People actually respect. They know. They might fear it. Listen, they might hate it.
It's it. Yeah, that's it.
Do you get my point now? But it doesn't really matter.
Confidence.
Just wear like hammer.
Exactly.
Embrace it.
Like don't mind. Don't need to fake like you are brilliant. You are brilliant. You are brilliant. You don't need to apologize for it. Also, if you walk into a room and everybody knows that, oh my God, he has nice ideas. Talk like that. Don't be shy, please. That's what I'll tell him.
Well, what I would tell my 15-year-old self is you started early. Yeah, you started early. You dream a lot and your dreams are almost there. Just don't give up. Because you say a lot of things that make you, I'm tired. That, no, I can't do this. But you're almost there. It's just that you can't see it. You understand? You can't see it, but you're almost there. Just keep pushing. You understand? Have your little circle of friends. Keep being a good boy. That one's very important. You're a good boy. Don't can talk. You can mix small bad boy kind of thing, but yeah,
Good
Just-
is important.
Just do you. You're almost
To
there.
my 15-year-old self, brace up. Brace up.
Word is a
The
war.
world is a war.
Where you are more. Just to add to you, right? I think if I was sitting across right now, I would advise my 15-year-old self to get a skill. Yeah, early.
Yeah.
Get a skill early enough. I know the school is important, but why schooling? Get a
Get
skill.
skill.
Yeah, just get a skill early. Because sometimes I wish I started. I learned website designing
Earlier.
No, you have to be
Yeah.
skilled.
years old,
Yeah.
self.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. You have to be skilled.
5 years old.
Very skilled.
Start even right now. Sir,
That is so
your
hard.
kids
I think I was
need to
that.
start.
I was 15 learning barber.
Barbing, yeah.
Learning barbing in my area then. I was
I
15.
should have even learned
Then
it.
I think at 18, I was already repairing, assembling desktop
Desktop.
at the time. Engineer, blah blah blah. Then as I don't know. So the skill acquisition was just a process.
Yeah.
Very
I
important.
think
Oh,
that
don't
is
do
one thing.
fine boy
That
up
is
and
one
down.
thing.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
sing
go.
gala. I don't
Yeah.
say gala. I don't do DJ. I don't sing.
I say that.
I
Because that
don't-
skill will feed
Voilà.
you
I
at
don't
some
do-
point while you are chasing your dream.
Yeah, I don't do bricklayer.
You should go back to 10 years
at the
old.
time. So,
Yeah.
so it's a process that
Yeah.
that journey was very tough. So I just
Yeah,
want.
that's good.
That's why I said the only thing I can tell you as a 15-year-old now, Baba, just
Brace up.
Wow.
how was it called? Dirao. Dirao.
Eyes
Yeah,
on the
that's it.
prize.
Yeah,
You're almost there.